All right, and we are live. This is Noodle Free Mondays. I'm a little bit late, but I'll be working and I do a whole bunch of other stuff. Tell jokes, record multiple artists, dance, sing. Basically, I'm Black Jesus and I do many Renaissance things. I'll be God one day. But don't you guys worry about it. Anyway, the whole point is this is Noodle Free Mondays. It's all about silly people like myself that say crazy things like I just said. We analyze why I am so disturbed and why other people are so much. Then we go over the crazy things that go on. Our noodle of the week is the Walmart lady that said, Walmart is racist. Walmart is racist. And I say racist, like raise sis, just for technical issues. And I thank you guys for watching. I always start the videos off with the interview. We usually do random videos, but now I'm doing the interviews from our Skipbacks radio show. We had a lot of great interviews with a lot of great talent. And you guys are probably going to hear it. This one is from John Alejandro. And he's actually in a lot of you guys' favorite cartoons. I can't remember off the head what it is now, but he's a super talented voiceover guy, actor, Disney guy, cartoon guy on some Rufio stuff. So John Alejandro is a cool dude, and we're going to check out his interview now and get back to you guys later when we start talking and rapping and running our chops. 1 minute. As I get organized, I'll throw this music on.
You're about to witness a seismic event.
Hey, you're listening to Skip Off, huh? It's Bags. Skip Bags
Radio.
Hello out there in the universe. Welcome to Skip Bags Radio. What's up, everybody?
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey, what's up, guys?
So I got Neil the Great here to my right. Chia. Yeah, we got Mr. C in the house way over there. What's up?
What it do?
And our esteemed guest today, we have Dominic Medina. What's up, Dom?
How's it going, buddy?
And the one, the only, the epic John Alejandro.
Yo, what's up?
How you guys doing, man?
We're doing good. I'm doing good. How you doing, buddy?
I feel great.
He's so calm. He's so calm.
Well, yeah, we start off every episode with a breakdown of a movie or TV show, and in honor of the great epic that is Star Wars being released this month, we're going to break down all the previous Star Wars and talk about that and nerd out for a little bit. So I don't know what you guys are thinking about Star Wars, but I'm going to preface this with saying I have the Jedi Order symbol tattooed right here on my shoulder.
Oh, that's awesome.
And on my fingers, I have Luke's lightsaber and Vader's lightsaber. So when I go, choo, 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 I can fuck them together and make them play.
I feel like you should have had him, you have Luke Skywalker on your middle finger. You should have had that one.
I didn't think that through. I should have, because, that I could do that, yeah. But I kind of, I do like the peace sign like this a lot.
Fair enough.
So that one's the first and foremost, like, Luke's in front, Vader's in the back.
Fair enough.
Oh, my Lord. Sounds like terrible sexual positions. You're kind of a fucking pervert. I want to play with both their fucking lightsabers. One's in front, one's in back, man. I'll show you. I don't think y'all want him at your D&D game. That's all I'm saying. He wants some dick in back door.
Well, they're listening to this and they're not able to see the hand gestures that I'm making. The tattoos are on the side of my middle finger and my index finger for all those listening.
Yes.
So I can, finger bang people. There you go.
Okay. And that's the
You're
kind of
giving them
show
the
we have
force. It's
today.
okay. I think that's a positive thing.
The force.
I'm pretty sure that's part of the Jedi code.
Yes.
The force is strong in this one.
All right. So when was the first time you watched Star Wars? Like the first original movies or whatever. What are your thoughts?
Right after I watched Alien.
Okay.
So
That's
my first foray into like science fiction was the Alien movie. Actually, Alien specifically. And but after that, then I went to Star Wars, and I was like, this is way more acceptable for me to watch. Yeah.
How old were you when you watched Alien?
I was really young. I was like 6 or 7.
That's terrifying.
Really young. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on.
Did it scare you? Was that like?
Oh yeah. I had nightmares. I've had nightmares since I was a kid of face huggers just crawling through the house and me not being able to find them,
Oh
but
wow.
hearing them. They have this little like click sound.
It's such a creepy sound. And
So hold on. So you're telling me first you saw the Aliens movie and you're like, I'm down with these space movies. Let's move on.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, exactly,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. So that was your first encounter, literally,
But yeah,
with
then,
space movies.
and then I discovered Star Wars, and I was like, oh man, these guys don't die. At least in the way that everyone else does.
Well, they die, but
Aliens.
without blood.
Yes,
There's
not,
less blood. in
not
Star
horribly.
Wars, yeah.
violently.
Well, I mean, there's less things that give that cause the blood, like the
I don't know. Now that
The
I'm
main Jedi weapon, the lightsaber, cauterizes wounds. Before.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it looks like those beams can do some fucking damage. All right, I'm sorry, those guns that just shoot out lasers. Like, what happens when they touch your body? It's a fucking wrap. Oh, really? It just
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? That's
If you can even manage to get hit.
shit.
Can you imagine like what it would feel like? All of your muscles in that area contracting so hard that like it just rips off. Like imagine if like that actual like that laser beam hitting you, just like melting you on the inside because it causes your body to convulse so violently.
Shit.
It'd be kind of
Yeah.
scary, dude. Like I thought lightsabers. The first time I was afraid of the lightsaber was when they stuck it into the door and it melted. Like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
Because I saw Phantom Menace pretty early.
Yeah.
yeah.
That wasn't the first one you saw, was it?
No. I saw the original one first.
Well, what is your of the three originals? What are your thoughts of favorites?
Clone Wars.
No, not
I'm just kidding. Everybody in here just glared at me. You got to be kidding me. No. The first Empire Strikes Back for sure. I loved all the Hoth stuff. I loved all of the the cold. I hate the cold, so it just made me feel like they really meant what they were fighting for.
We pushed the limits in that one.
They really pushed the limits.
dude, and they had some of the best one-liners in that one. Some of the best.
What was your favorite one?
I love you. I know. For sure.
Isn't that a normal thing in relationships though? Like, I love you. I know.
Yeah, but it was never
That cocky
communicated
nature.
on screen. I don't think before. Not maybe, but not to that epic moment, like
Yeah.
of that degree.
Yeah.
You know. And I think
He was very roguish in that moment. when he
Yes.
said that to her.
very much. By the way, my nickname is Rogue, and yeah, I got down the nickname years ago, like 5 years ago, from friends. They just started calling me Rogue, and I actually, believe it or not,
Isn't that your rap name?
yeah. So everybody out there listening, if you want, you can pull up my rap mixtape on YouTube under Rogue, and it's called
shit.
"This Is Who I Am." So if
How do
go
you spell
type
it?
in
How do you spell it?
ROGUE.
Oh,
You just put Rogue Tampa Bay. 'cause I'm
No,
from
like
Tampa.
ROWG. That's kind of hard. ROWG.
Like I row my Gog. All right.
With the entrance, like I'm
Yes,
such a Star Wars fan, obviously with the name Rogue and everything, but the whole first track on the song is the opening credit music for Star Wars, and it's a
Is there
narration. Yeah, there's beats, dude. You listen. I can't believe I've never shown you this before.
No, dude, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is the Star Wars instrumental like your beat?
No. It's
that
like
should be some hard shit.
it's an intro to the album, so it's like it's basically like if you're reading the opening credit rolling sequence. Kind of thing.
Exactly.
Anyways, I'm not here to talk about that, bro. We're here to talk about Star Wars. So,
I want to hear this beat.
well, like I said, go to YouTube, check out
Yeah.
Rogue Tampa Bay. Over there.
Oh shit!
We're waiting for him to start, ripping it out.
Hey, which one was the one with the Ewoks? Was that Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
That was my favorite one. That was the shit with the fucking speed bikes and all. My shit went through the woods, nigga. Like, oh, my shit.
Well,
Yeah,
hold on.
shit.
How about this, right? So with me, I was never really into Star Wars at all.
What?
Right?
Get him out of here.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
You know, but what happened was during I forget when it was, maybe late '90s, early 2000s. They re-released all of them in the movie theaters before
remember that.
before they start putting out the new three.
Yeah,
before
with the
they
added
start putting in
content.
the 1, 2, 3 ones. Remember, right? So that's my first time me seeing. So the first time me seeing Star Wars
Was in theaters?
was in theaters.
Wow,
So
nice.
I've seen all the Star Wars, all of them, in
How
the theater.
old are you?
We're keeping this on the wall.
He's somewhere from 20 to 40. We're not sure.
Oh, right.
But no, but I saw the re-releases in the theaters. Come on.
Okay,
You know,
okay.
I see the originals in
He's
the
like, let
theaters.
me be more
Relax, come on.
specific. I saw episode
No, I,
1, 2,
I remember that. That was a big deal
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
were.
Well, yo, dude, it was like they had. I know that they had the first one out. Then 2 months later, the second one came out. Then 2 months later, the third one came out. And then they made way for the Phantom Menace to come out, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is about that is the reason why I don't really have a favorite of those is because to me I saw them so rapidly that they all feel like this one
Right?
body
They all
of
did,
work.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where I can't.
Everybody
really
hates the
pinpoint that.
or not the originals, the 1, 2, and 3, the new ones. I liked them.
You know,
There's
they
a
were-
lot to
I like
like
'em.
in them, I think.
for
as a
sure.
fan.
And George Lucas wrote and directed all 3 of those, whereas he just directed only A New Hope. And he got other directors to do Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So as a fan, you're like, why wouldn't you go straight to the source? And like, yeah, there's a lot of the theories, like there's some cheesiness about it, but you know, everybody hates on Jar Jar. But one of my favorite theories about Jar Jar is
that
he's
he's-
Sith, secret Sith, and that makes it's like Drunken Master fighting style and stuff. I love that. It was like, all right, cool. You could play with that and go with it.
Man, that would have been a really huge twist. Unfortunately, he was so not well received that they will probably kill that idea. They killed that idea like immediately. If that was even a thing, it's gone.
Yeah, 100%.
But Phantom Menace is that one where they have that scene where like they're flying with those rocket jets, right? And the kid, and the kid is driving.
Yeah,
that's one of the
pod racing.
Yeah, that's one of the best Star Wars scenes, I think. I love that whole race and shit.
There was
That,
lots of,
it was dope.
I mean, the fight. I still think that probably that fight between Darth Maul
And Qui-Gon
Qui-Gon
and
and Obi-Wan is, and the Duel of Fates, the operatic that plays behind them.
I
as
don't
they
know why.
fight.
I don't know why everybody hates on it so much because that was such a memorable moment. When, sorry,
I
spoilers.
tell you why. Because people like 3-pointers and dunks, and his last 3 movies was 3-pointers and dunks. That's why they put him out first. And his first one was the story and the love stories and the understanding. There's a lot of talking and time and calm.
Yeah.
And people, you know what, they gotta think. And they don't like all that thing. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z. You gotta watch for 6 fucking months to see one fight that lasts for 3 days though. That shit lit. And then, all right, now I gotta wait till fucking next June to see the next fucking fight. And you know, so it's one of those things. The average marketing to an American group, you know, that's why it was even better that they did come out later. So the true junkies, they're like, yo, 1, 2, or 3 was just shit, son. But to the average fan, it's like, no, man, not enough 3s and dunks, dog. Not enough 3s and dunks.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's it. I feel like that's a pretty good. I think a lot of people didn't like the fact that they went like to basically all CGI in the 1, 2, and 3. As far as the new one goes, I really loved the new one. That they
I did
released.
too. A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're doing the same thing," and
But
I'm
it was
like,
we wanted that.
Yes.
We wanted that.
"Thank you, JJ.
Yes.
JJ, I see
Hold
you,
on, the
brother."
one that came out last summer that was last winter with
It was
Christmas.
2
That was
years
like,
ago. Force Awakens.
oh, I was talking about the one that came out
Rogue One.
when they were like in the water.
Rogue
That
One.
shit was hard,
Dude.
I think that's one. That's maybe one of my personal favorite ones. Actually, that
Yeah.
shit was hard.
I agree.
I liked that they didn't make the main gal a Jedi. You know, they were playing with like her parents being Jedi and like that maybe she has the Force somewhere, but they were like at like right before they released it, they just said no, like take it out, like switch it because it didn't make sense. Like they wanted a human story, not a Jedi story
Yeah.
in the Rogue One, and I love the way that they ended that one. If you guys haven't seen it,
Yeah, dude, it was a great like standalone Star Wars film. So
Whatever.
it's-
We'll just announce
and-
spoilers right now. If you haven't seen Rogue One, just pause, go watch Rogue One, and come back and,
And then
listen to
come
this
back. Yeah.
because the ending is one of my favorite aspects. The
Yeah.
beginning and the end, because in the beginning, Diego Luna's character goes and just, you know, he's like, the guy is like, oh my God, I'm going to get found out by the Empire or whatever. And he's like, don't worry, it's okay. And it just shoots him in the back and kills him right off the bat. And I'm like, that sets the tone for the whole movie.
It
Like,
shows the rebels in a different light than we'd ever seen them in any previous.
yeah,
movie.
they're
Yeah.
truly rebels doing guerrilla warfare and doing like whatever the fuck it takes to make, you know, to get their, you know, accomplish their mission. And then the ending where, you know, everybody dies, they sacrifice themselves, or you know, don't really sacrifice
that's the
themselves.
only movie I've
but-
ever seen where that's the case.
well,
With
no.
Yeah.
So have you seen? So it reminded me of the ending to. Have you guys seen the movie The Mist?
Oh my god.
Yes, of
Yes, I
course.
have.
You know how that movie ends, where it's just
That's rough.
yeah. And I was like, that was the closest thing to like Star Wars movies taking the misdirection, where they just like really messed up ending, where you're like, oh, we knew that this was coming, like we knew that this would have to happen.
Yeah.
But they did a great thing and they saved everybody.
Yeah, it was. Oh, whoa, it took me back.
But we knew that was coming. We knew
Yeah.
that, like in the original Star Wars movies, they talk about how they got the plans
Yeah,
and,
and
that everybody
Yeah,
died.
everyone died. And it's what's interesting from a storytelling perspective. And now that we're in spoiler territory, they all die. The first,
They all
the
die.
first- the
Sorry,
first
guys.
death is the comic relief, is the droid, is the robot. And
Yeah.
I think that's very interesting. It's like when, like when you kill your comic relief first on your crew, it's like the audience kind of takes a tonal shift in the movie, and everyone's like, oh wait. At that point, I knew was like, oh yeah, okay, everyone's gonna die. I wasn't sure at first, but then when they killed the comic relief first, I was like, oh wow, this just went dark.
Left field.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, it was great comic relief. I love that character. It's my favorite droid.
Alan Tudyk is a great voice actor of Firefly fame and a few other things. He played Sonny as well in iRobot with Will Smith all those years ago.
Oh,
he was the voice of the mocap actor for iRobot.
iRobot is a company that makes Roombas.
Yes, I've always seen them. I was like, oh.
And I just saw an ad on online yesterday, and I was like, why did they call it iRobot?
Of all the names,
we all know this ends badly.
Exactly.
It's like, do you want to clean your house without having to move a finger, lift a finger? It's like, do you have a cat? Get an iRobot. Like, I was like, you got to be kidding me. But yeah, no. I loved that they took him out immediately because the comedic relief, because it does change the tone of the entire the rest of the film.
Yeah, from there on out, it's a real struggle. It's not like because Star Wars, even though when intense universe-ending stuff is going on, it kind of has sometimes like a lighthearted tone because it's an adventure.
You know what I want to see? I want to see more like I want to see other genres within Star Wars. I want to see like what happens on the side.
Well, John, have you heard about what Rian Johnson wants to do next? He wants to set a new trilogy in the Outer Rim, on the edge of the galaxy far, far away, and do like a story that's devoid of Jedi, devoid of like, and to the point that you were making earlier, how you liked seeing that in Rogue One, that they didn't make her a Jedi.
Yeah.
So still like in the same world of Star Wars, but wow.
But like, I want to see the Mandalorians.
Knights.
I want to see them bring Knights of the Old Republic to the screen. I don't know why they haven't done that yet. That was, guys, I got way too attached to the first Knights of the Old Republic.
It was a good game.
I fell in love. My waifu was Bastila, and I'm gonna say that my feelings were real. And
yeah, she was like, I had a Jessica Rabbit level of attraction.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was the British accent. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Have you played Knights of the Old Republic?
No, I haven't played it.
So you can download it on your phone now. It's
an older game.
I'm playing Star Wars Battlefront right now. But
you like
it?
I'm sorry.
Well, so have you played Mass Effect or anything like that?
Yeah.
So it was really the dawn of that type of gaming where you got to really choose your own adventure, and it was set in a Star Wars world.
Oh, I think I had played this. Was it for the computer as well?
Yes.
Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, and you had to choose. Yeah, like if you were gonna be the dark side or the light side, but they didn't always make it obvious what you were gonna do. Sometimes it was like, do you kill the man or do you let him free? But it really messed with me, like especially in the second one of that game, Knights of the Republic 2. There was this moment between like that you take aboard this like old like Sith woman, and she's talking to you, and she's kind of like your mentor, and she's telling you how the Force is, how the Jedi is bad, which I think is what they're playing with the storyline of the new movie, with the Last Jedi. But she goes on to tell you that the Jedi are wrong. And the Jedi are weak, and the Jedi not necessarily weak, like, oh, they'll never take over the universe, but just weak people. Like they think that what they're doing is helping, but really it's hurting. There was this moment that really, really bothered me as a kid when there was like this homeless man asked me for money, and I gave him so much. I gave him as much as I possibly could, and she called me an idiot, and she's like, look what you've done. And she like with the Force shows me that this homeless guy that I had just given like probably here would have been like if I just gave a homeless guy 10 grand, and he ran off, and I'm like, I just did a good thing. I just changed his life. And she's like, look what you've done. And it shows him run out and start buying things and start doing things, and he flaunts it to the few people that he knows, and like all of a sudden he gets stabbed and gets killed for that money that I gave him. And I was like, did you just put this in a video game? Because I'm affected. And then it's just like, think about what you do and all the consequences of it. And I was like, oh man, am I a Sith now? Oh man, it was bad. But I loved that game, and I love Star Wars. I love the universe, and there was like a what do you call it? A list of people's names that wanted it to be a show on Netflix, which I think would have been really cool. Are they doing a Star Wars show?
They are.
I'm sure there is one.
there's
Live
one
action?
in the
It's
works right
Netflix. Right now.
No, well, Disney is actually building their own platform.
Everybody.
Like, so
Really?
yeah. So like that's why. By the way, if you want to go see Rogue One on Netflix, do it now because all that Disney shit is gonna be pulled off of there real soon.
or anything Marvel.
Yep.
The same-
Oh, Lord, watch.
Well,
Wow.
they're gonna pull it off there because they're gonna do.
And
that.
now anything 20th Century Fox. So
I know that's
You
that's-
go
that's
watch
insane.
Alien
I
while you
can't
can.
believe- Yeah, I
So
can't
what they're
believe
gonna-
Ripley's a Disney
that deal.
prisoner.
So there'll be like a Disney and Netflix, basically.
Pretty
But-
much.
Wow.
So all these studios are doing that now. Like, you know, there's original content that I think Showtime and HBO are even doing that you can only view online. And some things like it wasn't the new Star Trek series that just
Yep.
came out. Wasn't that original?
Like
Like it
CBS
aired.
streaming.
Yeah, it
Oh,
aired like
man.
the first pilot aired on CBS, and then the rest is on their streaming
interesting.
service.
Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah,
Oh man, I'm friends with Doug Jones, and he is amazing, and he plays one of the characters in that show. And
which
he's
one
so-
does he play?
He plays the really tall alien.
Oh, okay.
He's so amazing. He
My
does all the creature work. He did the
he-
fish guy from
Hellboy, right?
Hellboy. Yeah,
Correct of Hellboy.
Oh,
yeah,
he's so amazing.
he's in terms of getting in like just full body
Yeah.
makeup and
And it is not
bo-
easy. It
I
is
can
not.
I can only imagine
It takes
how it
hours.
affects your performance too, like
Yeah.
that extra meta level
Yeah.
of thinking.
Because you
that
have to worry
have.
about like, am I ripping the suit?
Exactly. That's what I'm
Exactly.
talking. Yeah, I
Sometimes
mean,
it's just it feels like duct tape. Like it is gonna pull off at any second, and like
Yeah.
you're just like not even duct tape, Scotch tape. Is that a thing? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, it is.
So here's the question for all you guys: Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Kind of
We
question
are-
is
we
that?
are-
Thank you, gentlemen.
I think it's honestly a generational thing. Like if you would have asked our parents and their parents, it would have definitely been Star Trek.
Oh yeah, my mom's a
course.
huge Trekkie.
Yeah, but like now with us, I think George really figured out what we wanted as our new generation wanted.
Did you hear, by the way? This was just reported this past week. Is Quentin Tarantino
Yes.
Is-
I know.
Oh,
I'm excited
speaking
for
with
that.
J.J. Abrams about doing the new Star Trek?
What?
They're going for it. It's going.
Yeah,
It's 100%
Yeah.
going.
Didn't he say he wanted it R-rated though? I
Yes.
read that too.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
going
I
on?
mean,
R-rated.
can you imagine Tarantino in that world? Like, Jesus Christ! This
Well,
would be awesome.
imagine Star Wars meets The Thing. Imagine if they could do that. No. Imagine if they could do that. How amazing that would be.
But does he want? So does he want to take the reins and continue to follow Kirk, or does he want to do a new group?
Well,
of
that's it.
characters?
That's an interesting. He could do whatever he wants.
I think they're
Probably
letting
just-
him do whatever he wants because they had
Tarantino.
planned another Star Trek movie that JJ was going to be producing.
Yeah.
That followed Chris
Chris
Pine's
Pine as Kirk.
no, his dad.
Oh,
So it followed Chris
Tiberius-
Hemsworth.
Yeah, Tiberius Kirk.
Yes. So it was all about Tiberius apparently. And I don't know if that's still in development or what they're doing with that, but that was like on the game plan
Yeah.
board, on the agenda. And then now with this, I think that JJ probably was like, Tarantino, you want to do that? All right, man. Well, you just do whatever the fuck you want because you're a genius and you're Quentin Tarantino, you know?
Oh man, I'm so
So
that is
interesting.
going to be an amazing movie if it does happen, which it should. I'm pretty sure. You know, Tarantino said he was only going to do like 2 more movies.
What?
So the fact he said he's retiring. So like the fact.
Well, from filmmaking,
From
he said he
filmmaking.
wants to do he wants to write a play and he wants to do other shit.
All right, but
Boo.
He's
What the
retiring.
fuck? Yeah, exactly. Boo.
but the fact that one of his last movies he wants to do Star Trek, I think he's going to do some really crazy
Well,
stuff with it.
I think that's interesting, and it's actually to your
This
point
whole
that you just made.
nude scenes. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go
No. Continue.
Somebody is definitely gonna fuck an alien.
Yeah.
100%. Well, that's a guarantee.
With a gun.
I'm
With a
really
gun.
bummed that he's picking Star Trek and not doing Mass Effect because I feel like he could have done the best Mass Effect ever.
But
Yeah.
he probably grew up watching Star Trek.
True.
Yeah,
true,
he's a
true,
big Star
true.
Trek fan.
Well, because it's what you said, like when you're talking about asking generations, either us or our parents. And I think at the time that Star Trek came out, it was this amazing science fiction show that also kind of demonstrated what it was like to be human. They talk about a lot of philosophy, a lot of human concepts and human nature on that show. Like
Yeah.
they deal with racism, they deal with a lot of issues. So it's interesting that Tarantino wants to do that because like his style of film, I mean, he's very verbose when he talks. He like, and his characters like to pontificate and talk and discuss things in very interesting ways. So it kind of makes sense, I guess. It's interesting because his characters are all
I'm really curious. I'm really excited for that movie.
I have no
would-
idea what
I
it
would
would
prepay
look
for that movie. I would,
Yeah.
I'd get in line for that. Yeah, no, I'm excited.
That's definitely one you see in theater and you sign up before. By the way, you guys got plans? You got special plans to go see the The Last Jedi?
Yes.
So I found out here in LA, there's a pop-up bar. First of all, there's a cantina, this Scumbag Cantina, which was a pop-up bar, but now it's
Villainy, yeah.
Scum and Villainy. That's right. I'm
What?
sorry. And it's a
Cantina.
sorry.
You didn't calm down, you scumbag.
That's Devin.
Rebel scum. No, but I mean that's where Kevin Smith hosts his Smodcast out of there now, and it's a really good bar. But there's another place. There's a little secret place. I'm going to tell everybody about this right now. So if you got plans, it's called Dark Side Bar, and is a pop up for here and in New York. So if you guys want, you can go and you can get tickets online, go to their website, and I don't know how much they are, if they're even free. I think it's just kind of like a capacity issue. But the inside is themed like the Death Star. It's all
that's really cool.
red neon. Everybody's in costume. It's dope as fuck. All the drinks are themed like that. I know the one here in LA is a cocktail and sushi place. And you go there, it's probably, I mean, I've seen photos of it. It can't hold more than, 300 people or something, maybe less. So it's not that big, but I'm going to see the movie with my brother and then going straight to the Dark Side Bar and just geek out on, everything Star
That place
Wars.
is good luck getting in.
Yeah.
I already reserved.
You
You can go. Yeah, you can go reserve your ticket. So if you go to the website now, like they accept walk-ins during the week, but Fridays, Saturdays are so packed now that you have to have. Yeah. So that's the thing. But and I know Scum and Villainy is going to do a thing too. That I follow them on Facebook, and they put out like an event. Like you come to the bar, and then we'll all walk to the theater together, and then go see the movie, and then come back, and there'll be an after party. But that event sold out in like a matter of minutes. I saw that post on Facebook, and then I went to go buy it later that afternoon, and they had removed it. It was done. I was like, oh fuck.
Man, yeah, no, I mean that
We
would
should just make our own bar like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna do pod racing.
Yes.
Okay. But there's instead of pods,
Shopping carts.
there's gonna be nothing, but the racing will still be there.
Yeah,
The racing will be getting to my house before you lose parking, and then then like when we get there, we'll just like turn on the TV. Hopefully my power's not out, and we can do stuff.
Yeah, dude, how are you facing with the fires and everything going on?
It's crazy right now. Like
Really?
I didn't actually have like a lot of my friends that live like in the Sherman Oaks area got evacuated, like a lot of them. And then it's been nice because they came to the Hilton over here, like next to my house, and so like we are all hanging out and stuff. It's super fun. But the smoke is like has come over, and especially when it was really windy, we got a lot of it. And it just like piled up outside of my door, and my like front I haven't swept off my porch, but it is still covered in just crap.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's very weird.
Do they finally have a little bit of handle on it now, or no?
They definitely have a handle on it, but I'm pretty sure it's still burning. I swear there's like 5 fires going on at once, and they all broke out at the same time. It was that wind.
Yeah.
We had
that one night. Yeah,
we
you're
had a
right.
really windy day in LA, and that was when the fire started, and then it was just everywhere.
They called it it's a dry hurricane because it's hurricane force winds, and that's what's carrying all the flames so rapidly. I mean, everybody's seen that viral video of the 405, and both sides are like on fucking fire, and it looks like hell. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, I came from Florida. I was like, I want to get the fuck out of these hurricanes, and I come out here, and the LA's on fire.
Firestorms. Yeah.
Dry hurricane, real hurricane. What the fuck? All right.
Yeah.
I think that one photo might have been doctored just a little bit.
Well, no, it was a
emphasize
video.
on
It was
that.
a
was a video.
The video.
It was a video.
It was just the fact that it was at night. I think was making it so
Oh
viral.
yeah, I saw a different one then.
It was like it was like a volcano erupted or some shit. It was just like lava coming out of the hills, but it was it was crazy.
Yeah, when I drove through there, I drove through there at that night in the middle of the night, and it was just embers. It was not like there was just like little lights. It was like, are there lights up there? No, they're just like flickering little flame, like
Flames in the tree.
Yeah, what was left.
So I got a question. Does anyone, even though it's horrible, fires, burning shit, people dying, soot, whatever, there's a slight beauty to some of these photos that I see, like Pulitzer Prize winning gorgeousness to the beauty of some of the light coming from this fire. And it is the earth, and this shit burns down like every fucking year. So why don't you just move, motherfucker? Stop bitching. You're alive. Are you alive? Okay, good. Shut the fuck up. Your shit's gonna burn down every year. Move.
Hot topic.
Cold.
Get out of here. Hot topic. I hear Hot Topic is actually making a killing through all of this.
Well, to that point, I did see one video where someone was like in the middle of all this flame around them. They were like in the thick woods, and it does. There's an alien beauty to it. It looks like an alien planet almost. It's shocking and horrifying, but at the same time, yes, there's. I remember looking at some of the videos and thinking like that looks like an alien.
Here. I low-key, I agree with you, bro.
Well, I mean, I would think that they would be able to have controlled burns so that doesn't happen this epic scale.
It was that
like it
wind,
is now.
man. It was that wind.
Yeah.
Somewhere
So-
out there, there's an independent filmmaker taking complete advantage of all this shit. He's like, you know what? Fucking God wants this for me. Let's fucking make
believe that.
Backdraft 6. Let's do it.
Yeah, and then we asked him, where were you on the night of the 11th?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, what was that movie, that Nightcrawler, where he like does the crime to then film it and give it to the news agency?
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah, so like there's some dude who's an arsonist just going around LA.
Actually, he's not doing the crimes. He's just getting a head up on the crime and not stopping it.
Well,
He's just
didn't
reporting.
they report that these fires started man-made also?
Did they? I don't
I think
know.
they said somebody was doing something down by a river or something and started like a fire or something.
Hot topic.
I think they one of the fires they said kind of started somebody's over somewhere fucking around.
I
and,
know.
you know, and
The
some
fact
Yogi
that
Bear
they just
moment
keep
happened.
popping up back to back to back like this in
different
completely
areas.
different areas. That makes me suspect to like.
Do you know what I blame it on? I blame it on marijuana not yet being legal. You know what's happening, right? You got these kids out there who can't smoke in the crib because their mom's gonna fucking freak out them. So they're fucking walking outside, going in the woods, smoking, fucking getting the shit on the fucking ground, ashes, the whole shit falls down.
Then why you gotta be bringing the weed into us? Why can't it be a crackhead?
No,
Come on,
I'm just
man.
saying.
I feel like you're
If the weed is legal,
disrespecting like half.
if the weed is legal, they're smoking in the crib. No forest fires. Come on.
I mean, just because it's legal doesn't mean your parents are going to be supportive of
Hey,
the
hey,
situation.
hey,
look, at,
hey,
look at alcohol. Okay?
Hey, we all have a better chance. I'm talking to you.
Speaks for the people.
He does indeed.
Well, John, we brought you on here today because I want to hear what's going on with you.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Let everybody out there know in the universe. John is a writer and a voice actor on a phenomenal animated show called Bravest Warriors.
Yeah. No. So if you guys haven't seen Bravest Warriors, it's from the creator of Adventure Time. It's like Adventure Time in space, but a little bit more for adults. It's been such a good show to work on. I just had my 5th year anniversary,
Wow.
and,
That's awesome.
and so like I'm going on like 5.5 years now on this show, and I'm
Congratulations.
thank you. I am shocked that not that we're still going, just that like that. So as an actor, it's you find your life is all about like when do you have work, because it is so just like fleeting. Every opportunity is like there and then it's gone and then it's back and then it's. But Bravest Warriors has always been there, and so it's always been like every year to fall back on, and it's been such an awesome ride. And we just got picked up for 52 episodes.
Whoa.
That's
So and they're 52 11-minute episodes. When we first started the show, we started on YouTube, and we with a Cartoon Hangover, and Cartoon Hangover released this like it was like Bravest Warriors, and then they released Super Fuckers like back to back. Yeah, and it was like such adult content, and Bravest Warriors was not that adult. It's like
No,
maybe
it's-
15 to 35, like
Yeah.
age range. Like you get it, like
Adult themes, but not so much. I wouldn't call it like lewd or crude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like Rick and Morty light. If-
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And-
No. I picked up on that when I was watching a few of the episodes.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
But so we started as 5.5 minutes, and then now we're at 11-minute episodes. We had like an 11-minute season for this 11 episode season for the first season, and then it was like 11 or I think it was 12 and 12, and then we had 6 for the season 3, and then we went to season 4 and 5. Like we got 11 minutes, 52 episodes, like just huge. And I finally started writing on the show. Man, that took a while. But the now I'm writing on it. As far as just like writing on it, it's like just popping on and you do an episode here, you do an episode there, like when they call you, because it's a bunch of
Awesome.
like random writers. We have like a it's not like a standard stereotypical like writer's room. It's more like a collaborative within the like the showrunner and the creator, not the creator, but the like showrunner and they're the producers on the show, and like we talk about what they want and what we want and what I want to write, and it's super fun.
So if you do an episode, it's just you writing the entire episode, basically. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Whoa, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's definitely a couple other people in the room that will like help you with like jokes and stuff if you need a punch up or something, like which is very standard in the writing realm. But yeah, no. Outside of Bravest Warriors, like Bravest Warriors coming back in that way is so huge. I'm starting to do cons like every other month.
I see you online. You're
Oh
on
my
fucking
goodness.
Comic-Con conventions every fucking
Oh my
where.
goodness. Well, it's just like they're pushing hard to like show that we are human and that we are alive and that we are bringing this stuff to you guys.
Out there slinging that comic dick.
Yeah, essentially, you could say that. I did write a comic book for Bravest Warriors that was #2 best-selling in the world in 2015.
Oh, what?
And so like I just like have a bunch of those, and I just bring them to the con and like essentially just
To the con.
To brought one today, man.
I should have brought them. Yeah, they're in like my con box. Like I only open that box when I want to cry because it does take a lot out of you to go to like a convention and just like meet hundreds of people and thousands of people sometimes, and like just you have to kind of be on 100% of the time, and you can't like even like yawn because then they're like, you don't think I'm important, and that's not the case in any way. It's
Nerds
just,
are very sensitive.
just I literally got off of a red eye to be here today, and I am tired. You know? But no, it's super fun, and I love the community of the show, and I love everyone that's a part of it, and love my cast and crew, and everybody's great. And
How'd you start on this? Like,
oh my goodness,
what's the story?
So
You told me this once before, but
so
refresh my memory.
So how I booked the show, I was like, I had just moved to LA, and I was interviewing with agents that I want to sign with. And I had like 9 agencies that were like, gave me the whole, when I was living in Seattle, they were like, well, when you move to LA, come see us and we'll like sign you. And I was like, okay, well, it took me about 1.5 years to get out here. And when I finally did, I kind of was just taking interviews. And I got a call from one of them that I had interviewed with that I hadn't signed with, and she'd called me and said, John, I know we haven't signed you or anything, but we got you this audition. If you want to come try it, it'd be super cool. And I'm not gonna, as an actor, you don't turn down auditions most of the time if you can help it.
Nah, especially new to the city.
And I show up, and it was for this show called Bravest Warriors, and it was from the Creative Adventure Time. I had no idea what that was. I hadn't really watched cartoons really. I just but they had this like blue guy that I really liked. I was like, I want to do a romantic comedy, and this kid Chris was like the epitome of a romantic comedy. He was like, he had his heart set on this girl, but they were best friends, and like they had like the guys, it was just this perfect thing. So I worked all night memorizing these lines for this kid, like to like breaking my back to like become this character. And I do the character, and my agent says, well, do you have any other prepared? Because I sent you 5 characters. And I was like, okay, so they have like an alien girl that they have. They have a like Samoan dude named Wallow, and they had like this Latino guy named Danny. And I was like, well, and they're like, well, and I was like, well, I can't do a Latino accent, and I'm definitely not gonna play the Samoan dude, and I'm definitely not gonna try to be a chick and try to pass that unless I'm gonna be Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Bros. Yeah. And so I asked my agent, I was like, look, this says Latino, but can I just read it Australian? And she's like, sure. And I booked it. Now I got to the first record, not knowing if I was supposed to be regular voiced or if I was supposed to be this Australian.
Well, I noticed how you said
of
record.
Record.
So.
Oh yes. Oh yeah, I booked it. And they sent me to we had our first session in the recording studio. And I went to the mic and I was like, so am I reading this Australian? And they're like, what? they had no idea that I'd even done an Australian voice.
Oh,
so apparently my Australian accent is the worst because they thought it must have been Latino of some guy.
Oh my
god! To this day, I just read it normally. I'm just myself, and it works out fine. So
that was one of my favorite stories because of that reason of the Australian accent confusing. That's things like that happen. When things like that happen, it makes the content and brings so much like character. I think to
the EP one of the guys, the main guys there was like the showrunner at the time was like, it was weird because he didn't sound like the recording at all. Oh man, I'm dead. No, so it's something that I laugh about like over time, and it gives me a major sense of imposter syndrome, where it's like, did I get here by just BSing my way here, or do I deserve it? It's like kind of like every actor has that kind of like.
I think you deserve it.
Oh, thank you, homie.
Yeah, totally.
Actors, you put yourself in position to get lucky, and that's what you did.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, no, but I love the show. I love the show. Outside of Bravest Warriors, it has been the most crazy time for me ever.
What else are you doing?
Ever. I switched VO agents to CSD, and they have been keeping me so busy. I'm the voice of a couple different networks. I can't say which right now, but two of them. And then I just did a game for Telltale, the
Which
Guardians of
one?
the Galaxy Telltale game.
Who were you in Guardians of the Galaxy?
I played basically the arch rival of
I played it. So.
I'm the Clarence King. He's like the bully of episode.
Yeah, and what's funny is that Jeremy Shada did the voice of Young, and he is the voice of Finn on Adventure Time.
Yeah,
so
which
that's
is-
funny. It's kind of
yeah.
like in the same house of
They made me
Frederator.
look like such an a-hole, guys. I had this like kind of like slicked back like hair, and I had these braces, and I was just saying the most effed up stuff ever. But I love Telltale, and I would
Yeah.
love to work with them more often.
So that-
because they were so easy.
So that's what was that process like? Because Telltale, it's basically a game where like there can be 4 or 5 different outcomes, so you have to record multiple times for the same scene depending
Yeah.
on what the player chooses.
Yeah, and it's really cool. So I expected these normally with like a regular. So I mostly did on camera for a long time until I discovered how easy voiceover was and how much of like less stress it is. And like Bravest Warriors, I'll go in and I'll have a 45-minute session generally to like get through an episode or 2 episodes. And with them, I like walked in like, and I just with Telltale, like, you know what they want. Like, you know, you've played these games. Like if you guys have seen the Walking Dead Telltale game, oh man, if you haven't played that game, play it. It's so fun.
Really?
Yeah, it's so fun.
It won Game of the Year when it came out.
Yeah, it's. I was shocked how good that game was. You can get it on your phone. It's like it's so easy. But I gave them what they wanted, and they just like they have. What was interesting about Telltale is that they have like they voice it while they're writing it. So like they'll send me like a rough draft, and like I'll go into the studio and I'll record it, and then I'll get a call like a week later, and they'll be like, hey, so we have revisions. Can you just redo the whole scene?
Oh
Because
my
it's
God.
all different. And then I'll come in and I'll do it. But apparently it's a very collaborative effort between like how they do things and how it's an interesting writing process, because then you're hearing your work come to
Yeah.
life, and you're hearing where it's like where it could be better. And so
Yeah.
you're getting to write it. It's an expensive way to do it, I'll tell you what.
Do
but
they give you like a lot of room to create on your own and like make up your own
Oh,
stuff since it's
oh.
always on the fly?
Oh, not me. I don't write for them. I don't
Yeah,
write
yeah.
for them. But voicing is very much like do
Yeah.
what we want to tell. Do what we want, please. That's what I do.
Oh,
that's,
okay.
my,
Well,
that's the
hey,
extent
that's
of my
all right.
creativity.
Hey,
It's not
that's
like
all
Bravest where I could say like, hey guys, what about this?
Well, I figured if they were sending things in, writing off the cuff on some skit bags, random shit, I figured maybe they'd let you like slide something in,
in that phase, if I'm like, it might be really funny if I say this, that might work. But that's about the extent of that. But it was a really interesting process. But what I really loved was like I'd be in the studio for like 20 minutes, and then I would walk out, and then I would be like in for like 15 minutes, and then I would walk out, because it's just like it's very easy. They're like, all right, here's the script, like read it, and I just plow through every line in like 3 times, and then they're like, sweet. Because I give them like the low one, the medium one, and then like the big one that's kind of like a little ridiculous, and then they're always like, oh sweet, perfect. And I was like, all right, I feel like I'm good at my job finally for once. Well, there's some directors in voiceover that want your line said a very specific way.
Do they line read you a lot in voice acting?
The people that want it a very specific way, yes. But generally they'll, if the director's really good, I have a really great director on Bravest right now who just like can get what she wants without telling you what she wants. The only time that like you get a line read is when like the producers are like, have them say it like this, have them say it like this, and they're like what? And then literally she just like pushes the button, and they're like, say it like, oh my god, and so then I just repeat it exactly the same way, oh my god, and it sounds terrible, but they're like, yeah, and I'm like, they're happy that they got what they wanted. I guess this is I don't know, because when you have someone say a line exactly the way you want it, it doesn't sound right.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
And it sounds clunky, and they're always the lines that make me like cringe. And so when I see like bad movies and bad like scenes where I'm like, dude, that person sounds terrible, I can imagine that the director was like, can you say it like this? Can you do it like that? And I was like, I can't always blame it on the actor, because I was like, because like there are times where I get so frustrated as an actor in And I'm like, dude, just let me do it the way that I can envision it, because I promise you that like I've been doing this for long enough that if you let me do my thing, it'll all make sense
And it'll look more
and
natural.
it'll look natural. But I don't know. This is when I start deciding that maybe I should do a little directing. And I finally directed my first thing this year, and with Doug
awesome.
Jones. I directed Doug Jones.
Are you serious?
And Kevin Sorbo.
Wow, that's
and-
amazing.
And like I'm sitting here and I'm like, why is anybody listening to me? Because I feel like I just faked it till I made it, and now I'm here, and now what do I do? And like, but it was an amazing experience, and we just had our first promo like sent to me, and I was like, man, this is looking pretty good. I'm surprised. I just got like hired a bunch of my friends, and I was like, hey guys, do you want to do some stuff with some really big actors? Come on, man. And now it's I don't know, that was my first foray into directing, and I think I want to do more of it. It was fun. Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Well, I think you are definitely what we would call in the musical theater world a triple threat there. But yeah, because because you're talented as an actor, but you have the creative and the logistical side. So you have the creative writing side, and then the actually being in this now. Like you said, I'm happy that you're directing. I'm looking forward to seeing what you got coming down the pipeline, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I want to know what that project is.
Yes,
I'll
it's
look
pretty
for it.
cool. It's
I'll
pretty
look for it. I'll know it. I think I'll know it when I see it because I'm a big
Yes.
Doug Jones fan.
Yes, you will see. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
You say Kevin Sorbo was involved? He's gonna wear like the whole like Hercules outfit
So
too?
what was weird is because I was brought on as an actor on the project, and then I guess I just talked my way into this job, and because they it's a live action project that they wanted to do an animated piece, and so they were like, oh, John's got a lot of animated experience. And I was like, absolutely, I do. And I just like,
That's right.
and then I found out I was in the booth, like, and I was like, I guess I have a lot of experience. And but the Kevin Sorbo plays my dad, so it was just an interesting. He was in Rockstar, dude. Like he recorded from wherever he was shooting a movie at the time, and he recorded from home. And I was just like, hey, give me 3 of each one, and he sent perfect takes, and I was like, perfect. This couldn't have been better. Don't tell the other actors, or they'll never come in. But no, it's super fun. I definitely want to do more of it. I think that the real money from doing all of this stuff comes from the ownership of property. I think I want to be more of creating on the creative side, because even directing and stuff, like directing is fun and directing is that, but like I want to create the IP. I want to do like currently I'm basically pulling an old 80s franchise out of the grave currently. And that's like my big project right now that I've been working on. I wish I could tell you guys more about it, but it is so cool. It's so cool.
Got to be safe. in the
Oh
city.
man, yeah, absolutely. But it is like it's gonna be the biggest thing that I've ever done to this point, just because I was shocked. I was at a Comic-Con and we were talking about the franchise, and I was like, what happened to that thing? And then I realized, wait a minute, no one's done anything with this for like 20 years. Why hasn't anybody done anything? And then I started going after the rights holders and going after the people, and then I realized I have the network to make this happen. So like you'll see graphic novels, you'll probably see an animated series, you'll probably see, like, that's as far as I've gotten at this point. But you know, as soon as that is successful, the live action comes back, you know, like so fun.
Yeah, dude, that sounds
Yeah.
like so much fun, and it starting from the like not bottom, but starting from the beginning of a project like that is it's like you get to play in your world. Like you're like, I could tweak this. I could do
like let's think about like if it's kind of like this is not the property, but like let's think the Thing, right? If you were gonna bring back the Thing, what would you do differently? How would you change it?
Right.
But how would you keep it still the Thing? Like how would you keep it still at its roots, what it is? And what do you change? What do you fix? Like what do you make more interesting for this market? Like, and it becomes you start creating a super interesting show. Like maybe the Thing's one, you know, maybe like, you know, it's interesting. It's just very interesting on the creative side, because you literally have almost no rules. As soon as I finalize like everything else, they'll probably be like, John, this is terrible, and we can't have the main hero getting killed off in the first episode or something. Be like, well, it just makes it more okay. All right. but for now, I haven't hit any like real flack, because it's just everyone's happy that something's happening. if that makes sense. Which is good. I don't know. I love this. Going back to Star Wars, I'm really happy that we are back in a Star Wars realm where Star Wars things can happen.
Yeah.
And let's all put our hands together and hope for KOTOR happening, because Knights of the Old Republic, I want to see some Revan. If you haven't played the game, but for those of you that haven't, Revan's story is amazing.
Yeah, the shocking reveal with that is definitely tops I'm Your Father.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That
It's a
game
good
was so
twist.
good. Oh
It's a
my
good
goodness, it was so good. Oh man, I don't even want to spoil it because
Is
it's
Boba
so
Fett on the cover of Knights of the Old Republic?
No, but it's something very similar.
Yeah.
It's a character named Revan. He's got a mask that's very similar to that.
It's a Mandalorian mask, which is what Boba's father, he comes from the
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mandalorians.
He is
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Boba
Yeah.
Fett is Mandalorian, or he's a clone of one.
Oh yeah. Well yeah. But yeah, no, it's interesting. Oh, man, Star Wars is so fun. I started playing this game called Galaxy of Heroes on my phone, where you basically build it you play with the Star Wars characters. It's like every other mobile game where you have to grind for pieces to make a dude to but it's super fun, and I've been playing it quite
Well,
heavily.
this ties in perfectly because we were talking about Star Wars and you now becoming a creator.
Yes.
And before the show, we were also mentioning our love for D&D. And it's very, very similar how you can create these worlds and these characters in D&D. And I mean, how long have you been playing D&D?
So I started playing this year. As soon as I started writing, I was like, I need a way to practice the skills, because I'm not going to be writing every day. I'm too busy. But D&D opened me as a in a creative mindset, and really pushed me as an actor to be more in character and more.
It's brilliant as a creative.
Yes,
choice.
and it was this insane thing. If I was working on a script, I would add a plot of the script into my D&D game, and just to see how the audience reacted, how my players reacted, and depending on what they connected to, what they didn't connect to, what they just completely ignored, and I was interesting. So then it would have influenced my writing. I started playing about a year ago. I play and now I'm in 3 campaigns.
You live Twitch some of them, don't you?
I did. Now I'm doing shows. I don't even know how this all happened, but I play a paladin is my main guy, but I've fallen from grace because I have made a deal with the devil.
Oh,
To be fair,
That devil.
Oathbreaker.
Well, I mean, right now I am
That
just a
devil.
paladin with no powers. So
Oh.
it is the worst. I am hating it, but I love it. It's one of those things that
For role playing, it sounds amazing.
for role playing, yes, I have this I found this demonic weapon, and the weapon had a creature living inside of it, and that creature ended up taking me over, and
Are you playing a possessed character then right now, or is you fighting for control?
I have repressed the control. So
Okay.
I am myself in trying to make my own decisions. But now the thing is my character's really oh, I'm super good. But do I make more? Do I take the steps and do I try to unlock this power? Because it is an epic power that could destroy my enemies, but it may also destroy me and everyone that I love if I'm not careful. So it's interesting. But no, as far as D&D is concerned, I've been playing that campaign for a year. And I started playing new characters, and the new characters are just not the same because Leovold, which is my other character, my paladin, has so much life to him over a year. You discover who he is, you discover his flaws, you discover what he wants and who he is. And I play this new character, and I'm oh, this is super fun. But at the end of the day, it's just a shallow, oh, I'm just a ranger that is really good at tracking. I don't feel like it has the soul that original character has. I'm actually very fortunate. I have TJ Storm, who is the actor for Godzilla and Colossus and this really big actors all are in this one group in this home campaign of mine, and I feel I was just very spoiled with the level of role playing. And now I DM too, because it just, as a creating space, it is the best thing to do.
Wow.
How long have you been playing?
So today will actually be my first time ever playing D&D.
Oh my.
Oh, good.
So-
Okay.
Hold on. I just want to,
man.
when we
Get
come
ready.
back to this, I want you to bring this back up and, about a year from now, and just say, what happened and how much do you play D&D now? Because I bet you don't stop.
Yeah. Yo, I'm gonna be serious. This D&D stuff sounds like very deep and has very strong social implications. Because this is some deep shit you're going over right here. I don't even play it, and I'm getting emotionally like affected over
No,
here.
you have no idea because it doesn't feel like that when you're playing it. It doesn't feel like that, but over time, you start to realize you have patterns with this stinking character that you've made, and you start to feel for this person that doesn't even exist, like your other characters, and then you start losing people. People start to die around you, and they die on their own accord. Like they make their own mistakes. Like you see when they're gonna mess up, and you're like, why are you doing this? Don't go into that dark room that is covered in bones, and like you can't see anything, so you're just feeling for walls. And when that person's like, I look for another wall at the other side of the room, they're like, if you go any deeper, you hear a growl. And she's like, I keep going. And you're like, like, but then that person dies, and then how does that affect the rest of the party? Like this was like maybe this was like the smallest character, like a halfling, like was 2 feet tall and was like basically a kid. Like what does that, how does that emotionally take account into the characters in your role playing before? So now maybe you're more careful about this. Like, do you want that Penelope thing to happen again? Or maybe do you want this? So like, it gets really emotional and really deep and really fun and satisfying. And, and that's why you're seeing such a resurgence of D&D in the community.
Yes, we are.
Just because it's
going
Twitch,
through a renaissance right
yes,
now.
exactly. And Twitch, it's one of Twitch's biggest games to watch. Like Critical Role success, they get like 13.
With Matt Mercer and all that gang.
Matt Mercer was the one that got me into D&D.
That's pretty awesome. Matt Mercer is an amazing voice actor, and
so
ubiquitous in the industry. He does everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I did a game called Scalebound that unfortunately got canceled on Xbox One.
I remember when it was. I follow him on AGN.
Yeah, I was the main guy on that game.
Okay. Oh wow.
The player character. Yeah.
Oh wow.
And Matt and TJ both played my dragon at different times.
They were playing that up a lot, I think, because at the time with Skyrim, and they really wanted to make a game.
All right, and we are in the game, and it is officially Noodle Free Mondays. All right, and it's time to start running my mouth. Thanks to anybody that did watch. Please hit like on your way in or out. Hit dislike. Make a comment. Tell me you think the show sucks. I don't care. As long as the algorithm knows you are involved. And that's what's important on Noodle Free Mondays. A shout out to my man, John Alejandro, who's one of the homies who's on a show called Bravest Warrior, which I believe is a Cartoon Network show. We got to interview him. He's fam. So fuck with him. Super talented guy. And shout out to him for giving us that great interview years back. It's ironic that we were talking about how HBO and all those guys are making their own platforms. And now everybody has their own platforms. So we were kind of on the edge of what was going on. That's skip bags. We know shit. So that's what that is. I got my little tank top on. It says positive state.
I can't hear you.
What? You can't hear me? Yo. I don't know. It looks like you can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, nigga.
Mic check 1 2.
Well, my phone can hear
I
me.
see my volume thing moving.
I don't know. You got one of them Puerto Rican phones. That shit is. I just
Throw one
cut
up in
my
the chat
phone.
room.
My phone says we can hear me. Yeah, my phone hears everything. So if my phone can hear me, there's something
Let
going
me
on.
see if you're on the screen.
Huh? There's something going on with you. That's how I know. But I'm Mr. Seaton Force and Poppy called a bad boy. This is Noodle Free Mondays, where we talk about noodle situations that go on in the world, silly stuff that people do. We analyze it, make our assessment, talk bad about it, and then we get the fuck out. Our noodle of the week this week is the Walmart is racist lady. And I don't say the word R with the C. I say raise cis. Walmart is raise cis. Lady. She was stealing, got caught, and she told Walmart they are racist over that. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, show the video, and see how racist that Walmart is. Once again, Walmart is simply raise cis. Just to be clear. Allegedly. Because they may not know Ray. Also, I got my guest host with me here. In many places, he's known as Volo M tautology. I believe it's Volothamp modulus tautology. He is also known as VMT, the Master Don. And lastly, he is known by Meta as that nigga we will block any chance we motherfucking get. So what's going on with you with that, sir? Oh, I don't know. Volo might be working on some shit. I think Volo's doing something. Right? He's probably getting his mic together because his microphone is Puerto Rican. I would say log out, log back in. I don't know what the fuck, man. But shout out to Volo and whatnot. You usually do a show opening.
Now I can hear you on the screen and everything, my Twitch and on YouTube and everything. I can't hear you on my phone. I'm trying to figure that out. I just was listening to everything else on there. I know you can hear me because when I, do it and then play my other stuff, I can hear myself. So, let me reset the web browser. Maybe that might be it. Hold on one second.
It might be an update thing. Yeah, that shit crazy. Oh, let me get some music on here too. In the background. Let's see. This show is Noodle Free Mondays. I'm gonna go with Weird People Feed the Ducks. I'm gonna go with Feeding the Ducks. We're feeding the ducks on that and whatnot. So
yeah, that did it.
There we go. Yeah, log out, log back in always works. So we doing wrap up stuff. What's going on?
Yeah, all is good. Monday went back to work. The boy went to school, and we had spaghetti for dinner. Life is really good.
Nice spaghetti. That's good stuff right there.
Yeah, I even took a picture of it. I might post it and shit. I'm gonna get on my gourmet tips.
I saw something. Did the Phillies play tonight?
Yeah, they got smacked.
Oh shit! So what is it? 3-3?
Yeah, it's going to Game 7, and tomorrow, is the deciding factor.
Home or away?
Home.
Nice.
So they lost at home today. They I guess they do a 2-3-2 system.
So you get 2 at home at the end.
Well, they had 2 at home at first. We was 2-0, and then we lost 3 in a row at we lost 2 and then won 1 out there in Arizona. Then they came back here for the last 2 games.
Okay.
Remember the NFL used to do that for the championship series or the finals or whatever.
All right. Well, let's watch the highlights from the game tonight.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and get some fair use going on here from the MLB channel. One moment.
Yeah, I actually watched the game. I did the HBO. I mean the Max.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I watched that Batman. That Batman was all right.
Which one?
The Batman, the latest one.
The new one, yeah. Oh, dude, the new one is all. I'm telling you, it's like the most real version.
Yeah. I understood what you was kind of talking about now. Like I ain't know what you was talking about before.
Yeah. It's pretty damn. Let me take this logo off the screen. Get this off of there, and let's check out some of these Phillies highlights. They got a commercial going. Let me get that out of the way. And we're going to check out some Phillies highlights here versus the D-backs. Let me get that up here too. Fair use. Where did it go? Here we go. Oh shit, I need to get the channel their props too. MLB. And I have a rule. Any place I do content from is a fair use situation. I do always like and subscribe to their page, no matter how obscure or accurate. We have to turn your volume down below feedback. And let's see what they got going on here. Volume.
And Torey Lovello has Merrill Kelly on the mound. He's been great for him all season. Makes his third postseason start this year. Aaron Nola has been a beast this postseason. Corbin Carroll leads off once again. Ketel Marte hit second. Gabby Moreno, the 23-year-old, in the 3-hole. The bank is open for business. That's how Game 6 begins. A strikeout for Nola.
The pitch he throws right at the left-hander's hip, comes back over the plate, and the umpire stays with it. Trip Gibson.
1-2 pitch to him. Swing and a miss. Curveball got him. Back-to-back Ks for Aaron Nola. The big curveball that time.
Gabby 5 for 18 in the series. Couple RBIs, couple of doubles. 3-2 again. And a ground ball back up the middle center field base hit. Well, there's no doubt this kid is going to be a star for years to come. Here is Christian Walker, only 2 for 17 in the postseason with 1 double, 2 RBIs. He has walked 3 times.
Every hitter Nola has faced thus far, he's been in an 0-2 or a 1-2 count. And down he goes. Nola puts a 0 on the board of the first with 3 Ks. Merrill Kelly gets his second start of this NLCS, be his third start of the postseason. He has been heavily relied upon all season long, Ronnie, and now the Diamondbacks ask him to carry it to a Game 7.
Scoreless game, he'll face Kyle Schwarber, who leads off.
And he walks on 4 consecutive pitches. Schwarber's power threat. Kelly doesn't come close. And a lead man on here for Trey Turner. Harper will follow. And that one's in the air to left field. On the run is Gurriel, feeling for the wall. He's got it. Schwarber tags, then stops. Turner just missed it a click on the bat for out number 1.
Bryce Harper, 5 homers in the postseason. 2 of them here in the LCS, including in Game 5.
And Harper lays off. Well, looks like Merrill Kelly has a game plan early. Schwarber and Harper both walk. 2 men aboard here in the first inning with 1 out. And here comes Brent Strom.
It looks like to me he's just being overly careful with those 2 guys who are red hot.
EVE Online is a vast.
So, Bolo, you were watching this game live. What were your feelings up until the point of these highlights they gave us?
And then I was kind of cooking too at the same time, so it got ugly kind of fast.
Well, it looked like we had great pitching and whatnot, you know.
Yeah, well, I think what they put a tray board. They ain't put the tray up yet.
No. This is the beginning. This is the first couple of innings. And I think it's only maybe they had the fly out that looked like a home run, but not too much has happened yet.
Yeah. Once they put 3 on the board, we it was over.
Yeah, it says we got 9 more minutes. It's only 2 minutes in, so there's a lot of game left. Let's see.
Bohm hits a 3-run homer right here. You can live with yourself a little more than if you keep giving up home runs to Schwarber and Harper.
Here's a 1-2, and right there, a called strike 3. Burns off that down and in corner.
Well, what a great setup. You go away with soft stuff, and then you come here and dot it at 94. And I think watching that, guys, we have our answer. Schwarber and Harper, we're not getting pitched to.
And Kelly trying to get out of this first inning unscathed. Bryson Stott, the batter.
And Stott gets jammed. Little pop-up. Perdomo is calling. The shortstop makes the catch. And Merrill Kelly, the game plan revealing itself early.
I'm sure Tommy Pham was none too happy about not being in the lineup in Game 5, but he plays well with the chip on his shoulder.
Yeah. And Pham sends one deep into left field, and that one's gonna fly. Tommy Pham, welcome back to the lineup. Running around those bases with some anger. 1-0 Diamondbacks, and a silencer here in this second inning.
1-0. D-backs shoot on top on Pham's home run.
Yeah, don't stop there. Keep it going. Get some guys on base now.
And a shot to left. And it's going to be 2-0 Diamondbacks back to back.
Was it all home runs?
Diamondbacks here in the second inning.
The Snakes are alive here in this second.
Yeah, like I said, I was cooking and I left and it came back and it was 3-0.
And this is what it was. Because they were like all home runs, just one-shotters.
Yeah.
Damn.
Second inning. Gurriel with his second home run of this postseason, and it's 2-0 Arizona. And now Thomas draws the walk.
Now you got Longoria, who very well can reach the seats. And he's due. It's 1 for 12.
And that ball's ripped into the gap left center field. That's going to get down and to the wall.
Oh,
Thomas
shit.
racing around the bags. He'll be
That's
sent
number
home.
3.
And Thomas will score. Evan Longoria
That
on
kid is not
ambush.
happy.
It's an RBI double, and it's 3-0 Diamondbacks.
Philly's looking for an answer back here. Maybe don't need to get it all back at once, but Stock, I would imagine just some sort of counter punch would be beneficial. Yeah.
Real Muto hits that one hard into center field. Thomas on the run. Can't get there. That'll go to the wall. Real Muto with a leadoff double. An absolute rope.
Bring up Nick Castellanos, and it'd be a good time for him to snap his 0 for 15 drought.
And a called strike 3. Kelly burns off the bottom edge. Perfect pitch. Castellanos is a backwards K.
There's Brandon Marsh.
Brandon Marsh turns it around. A base hit to right. Real Muto will be waved home. Carroll's throw all the way in. Run scores. Marsh to second. Phillies are on the board. His mom Sonia loves it. And a mistake by Carroll throwing it all the way in. Now Marsh in scoring position. And it's 1st and 3rd with Trey Turner coming up. And a swing and a miss. And Kelly pumps that fist in his glove. He strikes out Turner. And the Phillies strand 2, but they are on the board.
Bryce Harper is going to lead off. Harper walked his first time up. Phillies trailing 3-1.
Harper takes a called strike 3. Merrill Kelly with a breaking ball, a little slider that time, and Harper is gone. There's no chance to double him up. And the second out at second base.
JT doubled his first time up. Bats here with a man on.
The runner takes off. Stott throw to second, and the tag is late. Stott just keeps the oven mitt on the bag.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. He elevated the fastball. Real Muto chased it. Kelly with 2 strikeouts in the inning. He has 5 in the game.
Want to level up your landing pages? Meet Hotjar. You can see where people click and how far they scroll. View recordings to
So we're at commercial break. How were you feeling at this point, Volo?
And that was game 7.
Game 7.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we had a chance to score again a little bit later, but I think
there, and he reaches down at the last
Oh,
moment
what
to
was
take
that?
the knuckler right off the top of the grass.
they put one more on the board, and like as soon as I came back to really sit down and watch it, I think I even group texted us, and you know Lee was like, "Don't watch the game right now," and then dude hit a RBI triple.
Because Lee get it. Volo. If you want your team to win, when you get the attitude of game 7, it's time to turn this shit off, my nigga, because it's your fault. I'm just telling you. If you believe in the mathematical essence of energy and connection, if you think it's game 7, why the fuck you still watching? Oh, to make sure game 7 happens. You want game 7.
Yeah.
You want that last game.
Yeah.
You want them to lose. So
Hold
you
that
have the
line.
glory of winning game 7. Instead of saying, yo, let's just win in game 6 and let me get the fuck out of here and not be able to see it. Because God will reward you for not being so selfish that you have to see it. But the fact that you had to see it and you've already said fuck it anyway, well yeah, oh free will, bitch, you done chose. So that's a lesson, and your father's a great man. Listen to your father if you haven't done it before. Do it from now on. If it's looking bad and you feel hopeless, it's time to cut that shit off. And I'm gonna tell you why. On a personal level, the stress of watching that game and disappointment is literally like you smoked a cigarette and you just took 5. I'm serious. And you're sitting there upset. Your body is sitting there getting distressed over this disappointment. They don't pay your bills. If they keep losing, it will not make you feel better to sit there and go through it. So why not disconnect, go off and get yourself some peace? And if they lose like you thought anyway, where's the loss? But if they fucking win, when you go back and check the phone later, do you know how great you will feel? You get that?
I hear you.
But sitting there watch it, and yeah, you get to see them come back and win. But think about it. Was one inning of happiness, you're a mathematician, Bolo, is one inning of good worth 3 negatives of bad, Mr. Positive to a negative?
You know, it was on. We was playing Mario.
Answer mathematically, please. And what would your math problem say? What would your formula say?
You know, don't get stressed. Don't get stressed.
Your formula says you're -2 at the end of that win. Would you not agree? You got that +1, but it cost you -4, my nigga.
I know.
Because you sat through it. Instead of just saying, man, fuck these niggas, it's over. I'll watch the next game. Let me forget about this. Out the corner of the eye, you playing a game, looking at the corner of your eye like stress, worry, pain. You got a kid. I mean, every extra, trust me, the day it's time to go into your coffin, you'll wish for every second you wasted. That's real shit. People like, oh, I don't give a fuck. And then the day it's time, they want 3 more seconds. They want 5 more minutes. They want 10 more minutes. Don't look up one day and say, damn, I watched the Phillies lose and I could have had 5 more minutes talking to my children. That's deep, ain't it?
Yeah, that's true.
That's real shit. You know what I'm saying? So when people tell you get out of there, get the fuck out of there, man. Don't even put it to the side. Get completely, it's called disconnecting. You're a mathematician. You believe in the matrix. You believe in the connection. If you know what dark matter is, you know that that is God touching all of us. So knowing all of that, why disrespect it with, fuck it, I'm going to watch anyway. I'm just saying.
I hear you.
Why disrespect you? You know, all these mathematical and scientific factual connection issues. Yeah, you're like, yeah, I know all that, but fuck it, right? All right, well, if you want to have babies out of wedlock, go right on ahead. I don't know what that meant. Or disabilities. But that was deep for anybody watching. I'm trying to teach y'all how to live longer.
Longoria with an RBI double to left center his first time up.
No balls, 2 strikes, 3-1. Diamondbacks up. Here's the pitch to Longoria. Breaking ball swung on and missed. And the side is retired. First strikeout since the first inning. Fourth strikeout overall for Nola.
Rob Thompson needs to
There's
go
just
there.
no fucking run support.
He can call on the rest of the way at this point. That's Strom, who finished off Game 5, got the last out of Game 5, is loosening in the bullpen.
Yeah, but Nola, 9 out of the last 10, he's retired. Only the walk to walker, and that's why, look, I feel like he's in complete control right now.
Swing and a line drive into center field. That's a base
blooper.
hit. And that will silence this crowd here for the moment at Citizens Bank Park.
And now let's see if he gets his wheels
Yeah,
going.
this where the
Marte
triple came in.
0 for 2.
And Marte rifles one right field.
To the
That's
corner.
down fair and into the
Yeah.
corner it goes.
Off the
Hill can
wall.
fly.
Fuck.
He'll score easily.
Fuck.
Marte's on his way to third. It's an RBI triple.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have
Cattell
sat through
Marte
this bullshit.
keeps it rolling. 4-1 Diamondbacks.
Not
and Rob
today.
Thompson's going to take the ball from Aaron Nola. He will exit. Marte, 15 consecutive games in the postseason. He has a hit. Lorenzen will come in.
This is Dominican. He's like, no, my boo.
2 in scoring position.
And no, my
Pham
boo.
with a home run that opened
Dominican
up the
ass
scoring here tonight for Arizona. Pham, a swing and a miss. Lorenzen gas him up. The first fastball of the inning.
But it is Schwarber, Trey Turner, and Bryce Harper coming up that third time through. Really hurt Zach Gallen in Game 5. Danny, we're going to learn how Merrill Kelly handles it in Game 6. And Schwarber, swing and a miss. There's the curve. And that is strikeout number 7 for Kelly.
Trey Turner is 0 for 2.
Out in front, Turner skies one to center field, routine for Thomas. And Trey Turner is 0 for 3. Merrill Kelly has retired the first 2 outs in this 5th inning.
Harper stands in and Kelly waits.
And he struck him out. Harper chases the curveball, and Merrill Kelly, he is becoming a story here in Game 6. Where Torey Lovello is shaking Merrill Kelly's hand.
Bolo, question.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to hit a curveball?
Man, it's hard.
Dog. Now, if you're used to hitting them, they're actually pretty easy to hit. Because my homeboys, they grew up around white people, and for some reason, dude, they can hit an 80-mile-an-hour curveball. Now, this curveball is probably faster. But my homies from a machine, you know, they got the machine because I was hanging with the rich homie. He had the machine out back his crib, a batting cage. So we used to go out there and they got the bats. And dog, if you don't hit it right, you should have fuck your hands up, number one. Anything over 70 miles an hour, if you hit the ball wrong, if you hit it too far on the edge of the bat or too far inside, it makes the bat rattle and hurts your hands, by the way. Puts blisters on your fucking hands. But these motherfuckers, they would set it on a curveball and put it at 80 miles an hour, which was like the max for his machine. And they would hit like 5 or 6 of them in a row. Because I would aim for where the ball was. But what the ball does is it goes up here by your face. And then a curveball comes up by your face. It looks like it's going to hit you in your chin. And then it drops down right to your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what they do, they know it's going to drop down, so they wait for it. Me, I'm looking at a ball coming at my face. Fuck it. I'm not trusting the curve as shit. I don't care what that machine is set on. Even though it'll throw the same pitch 800 times in a row, I'm still like, nope, don't trust it. Swing, super hard. So you could even see it on the baseball player's face, because you saw that one pitch that the guy got struck out on. Did you see his face? He looked at it like, "Yo, I should have rocked that shit." Did you notice that? His face said, "Yo, how the fuck I missed that? I should have rocked that shit. I've been hitting that shit since I was 10." He was pissed. That's baseball. Point is, bitches ain't shit. Shout out to Mr. BAS. Let's go through the rest of this.
Kelly's like, I just struck out the 2 best hitters on that team. Tries to get a high
Yeah,
five
sit down,
here.
ho.
Don't bother.
He's getting no knuckles. No, he's upset.
Nothing.
I don't blame him.
And the right-hander Ryan Thompson will take over for Merrill Kelly.
Bouncing ball. Thompson snares it.
Great coaching call.
And he'll make the
Great
play for
coaching
out
call. How
number
you
1.
feel about it now, Mr. Crybaby?
Stott,
The
who'd
coach
like this
is a
crowd to
genius.
be AOAOK.
Oh, the
Stott
sidearm.
One left
It's
center.
a sidearm
That's down,
picture.
a base hit. Bryson Stott with a 2-strike hit and a
That's good
base
coaching.
runner with 1 away.
Here's Real Muto. First pitch swinging high fly ball, shallow
Popped him.
right field. Coming in is Carroll, and he will make the catch. 2 away. There is Castellanos.
Thompson delivers. Castellanos
Popped him.
serves one to left field.
Popped
Lazy little fly ball. And Ryan Thompson puts
This
up
is
a
why the
0
coach
in
brought
the
in the
6th.
sidearm
9
pitcher,
pitches.
because
Excellent
a
job
good
by
coach
Lorenzen.
knows
Now it's
the
Orion
fuck he's
Kirkering, the rookie, who started
Yeah,
his
pop
season
this
in
up twice.
single A.
It'll be Perdomo, Carroll, and Marte here as they'd like to add some more runs to this 3-run lead.
And that one's lined into left field, a base hit. Perdomo, the switch hitter, slaps one to left.
Perdomo with a terrific
This
job.
coach is coaching.
Unfortunately,
He
Corbin
puts in a
Carroll
switch hitter
swinging
who's
over
gonna
the
bat
sweeper.
either
Here's
hand.
Marte, who got
Give
a
him the
hit
best
his last
advantage.
time up, a triple
After
job hitter
putting in
run.
the
That's a
sidearm
base
pitcher.
hit back up the middle.
Really good coaching,
Patel
man.
Marte's going to bring in Perdomo, and the Diamondbacks
All right,
lead
I
it
gotta ask
5
Bolo a
to
baseball
1.
question.
They got the out at second base.
Actually, I got 2 questions. Number 1, that nigga that they keep showing, does he not look like Dylan Brooks? Question number 1.
Like who?
Dylan Brooks from Memphis Grizzlies, who plays for Houston now, the light-skinned nigga with the cornrows.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Okay. Question number 2. Did the Phillies get out coached tonight?
Yes and yeah, I guess no. You know, they do weird stuff now, you know.
Because I just saw something now. I don't watch baseball, but I'm a baseball junkie from childhood, right? I just saw a picture, a coach. His pitcher just struck out the 2 best hitters, did he not?
Yeah.
Then he said, yo, fuck out the game, right? Right?
Yeah.
And then the dude's bitching at him. He brings in not just a pitcher. Did you see the style of the pitcher?
Yeah. The sidearm.
It's a sidearm pitcher.
Yeah.
Which is like an all-speed awkward thing.
Uh-huh.
You want to know why? Because probably the next 2 to 3 guys that come up are terrible against sidearm pitchers.
And he might have saved him for the next game.
And he saves them for the next game at the same time. But this kid wants the glory. He wants 5 hitless innings. He wants the media shit. That's the problem with pro athletes. James Harden niggas are too worried about their accolades rather than a victory. If this was James Harden pitching and he had a choice to come out, the Phillies would have won this game. But since it's baseball, fuck out the game, bitch nigga. And I think I would say we were outcoached because you know what I have not seen yet? I have not seen. And then, okay, after that, Bolo, what was the first batter that came up after that?
I missed that.
He was a switch hitter.
Okay.
And he came out and got a hit. So as soon as that guy got us out, when our pitcher came up, the guy that he pitched to got a hit, and he was not a hitter. He was a switch hitter. So no matter what pitcher you put up, left-handed or right-handed, he can jump to whatever side benefits him. Coaching. And his coach probably knew he had a switch hitter coming up. So that's why I asked, did we get out coached tonight? And maybe it's not a talent thing, but maybe we were out strategized tonight, possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
You know, some Popovich versus Doc Rivers shit. We got 2 more minutes left.
Ace. Marsh is retired, and there are 2 outs in the inning.
Turner 0 for 3 in this one.
Sofrank deals. Moreno
pitch.
blocks it. Schwarber's on the
bad.
run. Throw to
He
second.
got him.
And
He got
Schwarber
him.
is out. Gabby
Come on,
Moreno
brother.
with the
You gotta
block
get
and
your
the
fat
throw.
white ass there, bro.
Pouncing on that pitch in the dirt.
Done.
Incredible athleticism.
On the field is out at second base.
Yeah, he got him.
Philadelphia's challenge.
No challenge here. He's out. Tag to the elbow before his hand gets there.
I saw it. You got him. I saw it. I'm a regular nigga. I don't even
Craig
watch.
Kimbrell, who was not greeted very warmly when he came in to warm up here, as Kimbrell's going to pitch the 8th.
Tommy Pham in the center field.
Looper
and
bounce.
Rojas
Ooh, great catch.
Lays out. What a catch. Johan Rojas. A sparkling play in center field.
Shout out to the
Number 1 of this
Dominican
8th
Republic.
Now runner in scoring position for Longoria.
Swing at him as Kimbrell gets the
That's a
strikeout.
good
Puts up
game.
a 0 in the
5 to
7th.
1 though. We're down a
And
lot.
it has been a Diamondback story in Game 6. They lead 5-1. Paul Sewald, the Diamondbacks closer, another trade deadline acquisition. He has been excellent. JT Real Muto leads off. High fly ball to left.
Popped.
Coming in, Gurriel.
Another sidearm nigga. Popped him.
And there is out number 1 for the Diamondbacks.
That'll bring up Nick Castellanos.
Castellanos says swing and a miss. Sewald puts him away quickly.
And 2 quick outs for the Phillies here in the 9th. And last chance to keep it going will be Brandon Marsh.
And a called strike 3, and the ball game is over. And the Arizona Diamondbacks have forced a Game 7. We will do it tomorrow night at Citizens Bank Park. A convincing victory. Marte with a couple of RBIs. A 5-1 final.
So you think you know Wix.
You died again on me, or you froze? Yeah, I can see you, but I can't hear you again. Yeah, I can see you, but I can't hear you again. See you, but I can't hear you again. All right. 1 2 1 2. And then you went off on Twitch, and then you back on, but I can't hear you. I couldn't hear you on Twitch either. I could hear my echo, my delay or whatever. But yeah, it was a good game. You know what I mean? Like that's why I ain't turn it off. You know what I mean? It was, even though as soon as I came back, we was eating our spaghetti. The game was still on, and I seen we went. You know, that's I text my dad. I'm watching the game now, but I seen we was already down, so it was already, the damage was already done. But we were mostly playing Mario Kart, and I guess you cut me off again. Oh, you must have logged out. We was playing Mario Kart and enjoying. Then we played some Mario Wonder is the new game that he got. So that is that at onboarding. So I was paying more attention to that than the game actually. Peeking up and seeing if we maybe get a hit in there too, but I already know it was Game 7 situation. I missed the whole Eagles game, and except for the end, so I did see us come back a little. Well, I seen it after they came back. So the Eagles was frustrating too. So, but it's still good, great sport time in Philadelphia. This is
Yeah,
normally.
hear me now?
There it is. There it is.
Every time that happens from now on, I think it's a conspiracy by the white man, because that's some bullshit. Because it happened to you and now it happened to me. I bet you there's an update. I'm gonna check my phone. I bet you there's no, but this is my computer. There's no update on my computer though.
I don't know. Did you complete? You ain't completely logged out. I thought I saw you on the thing.
No. Well, you got a delay.
Okay.
So good. We're back in it. I just figured I'd put that little comment up to let niggas know what's happening. Anyway, I'm back in. Blah 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 blah. Phillies game.
Yeah.
Like
Eagles comeback one.
Nice. Ooh, somebody was playing. Let's play Blind. Legends of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom Part 78. What's that about, Bolo?
Let's call Blind.
It says Let's Play Blind. Legends of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom Part 78. Do you know what that means?
You typed that in there or something?
No, I just happen to have a page come. Let's see what it is. Rando noodle shit. This looks like some noodle shit. Shout out to Xana520. This motherfucker only got 133 subscribers, so that's probably. But I know this is one of your kind of games you like, and we probably should get into the video game report. So let's play this as an
Greetings,
intro.
ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xana520, and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom.
We wandered around. We did a shrine. We spent the first 7 minutes trying to do something stupid, and then found out it was really simple once we left. And then we made our way up here to this tower. And in this episode, we're first going to get our map. And the longer I play this, the more I realize this is probably going to be my first LP to go into triple-digit parts. Oh, that was the other thing. We also met the Satori.
This is like your shit. Is this the one you're playing now, Volo?
Yeah, it's Tears of the Kingdom.
There's a chasm.
Yeah, that's the game I'm playing.
Have you done what he's doing yet?
There's a tower
I got maybe 4 left or 5 left.
Last tower
towers.
get.
In fact, let me look at my map.
There we go.
No, I still got like 7 or 8
There
left.
we go. My voice is starting to crack.
Are you
Anyway,
familiar
is that
with
the last?
he's looking
That is
at?
the last tower we're going to need to get right there.
He only has
Before
one
we go
tower
to
left.
that,
Oh, he's
what we're
doing
going to
great.
do is we're going to go down and. Oh, I see. We're going to go get this geoglyph down here.
Now that was something different.
We're
I
also
don't
going to
think.
investigate Laurelin Village, which apparently has a pirate problem, right? Excuse me?
Have you dealt with the pirates?
No. he just grabbed a star fragment out the sky.
Grab that out of the sky.
You never did that?
I don't have that flying dragon, whatever he has next to him either.
Oh, so that's his homie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
gonna
thought
come
that
down
was
here
his,
to Laurelin
one of the
and see if
guys
we
you told
can't
me about. You got to fight.
help with the pirate problem. You also need to activate the shrine.
But
down
you don't
there.
know about the pirate thing either, huh?
Nah.
Why is there a tent? Why tent?
So this nigga nice with it, huh?
Hello? The village. They've destroyed the village. It's ruined. No way we're getting close with all those monsters around. Bolson! Why do I get the feeling we're being watched? Ah, were you planning to visit Laurelin Village? You might want to make other plans if you value your life. Not to ruin your travel plans, but as head of the village, it's my duty to protect locals and visitors alike. It might be difficult to see in the dark, but monsters have taken over the village. I don't know if they're after food or supplies or what have you, but the minute they arrived, they started acting like they owned the place. By some bit of luck, everyone from the village managed to escape in one piece. But with their homes destroyed and nowhere to live, well, the villagers have scattered to the four winds. If only those monsters weren't there. Master builder that I am, I'd have those buildings fixed up in a jiffy. There's certainly been an increase in monsters lately. I wonder if it's because of the upheaval. And they seem more aggressive, too. I never thought they'd be bold enough to launch an attack from the sea. They're behaving just like pirates. As long as even a single one of them remains, it's too dangerous to go anywhere near the village. Ruffian-infested village. Well, at least that answers the question of where Bolson went. Sifumim Shrine. Well, let's activate this.
We're gonna pause right now. Let's get some commentary from Volo. What do you think so far?
No, he's pretty far along. I'm not even close to what he's doing as far as storytelling. I just been collecting goods and cooking and crafting and things of that nature. I'm still only. I mean, how many hearts I got? 1, 2, 3. I still only got 7 hearts.
Excellent.
So I might have did 1 or 2 extra shrines. I mean, can I get another heart? Let's see here. I'm trying to check my stats. Oh, I can go get another heart. I got 4 lights of blessings is what you need to get a heart. So I can go up to 8 hearts, or I can add a little more green to my stamina wheel. So that might be one of the next things I do.
Excellent. So since we sparked off with that, what's the Volo Speaks video game report?
Well, the boy done got the Mario and Sonic, so he got both games. His T-Mob bought him the Sonic game. My dad done bought him the Mario because they in competition and spoiling him to death.
Oh, who's the better grandparent?
Yeah, or the auntie or the grandparent,
That's how it works. That's how it is with them boomers.
Yeah, well, he be hustling them, and then that's what's funny, because it's like telling, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the lawnmower. We're gonna go ahead and cut some lawns to get a couple $dollars to buy the game. You know what I mean? But he's like, I just called T-Bot.
Right.
I get my daddy to get me. Like, oh gosh, Richie Rich here.
Yeah, that shit don't work for me. I don't remember nanny or grandma ever buy me a goddamn thing. Unless I could get out of them was macaroni and cheese.
Or talking bad about our parents.
Yeah, that's it. When your mom was a child, I used to send her to bed for fighting in the street after school. I was like, my mom? Like, this motherfucker hasn't cursed in 20 years. She used to fight every day. Who is
Now
this?
go to the store and give me some cigs.
Like, who is this person? Like, do I even know you, Mom? Who are you? Who are you?
No.
Whew.
Yeah. Beautiful times.
Video game more stuff?
Oh yeah. So we like we so we'll start off with a little bit of Mario Kart. He whipped my butt again. And then we played a little bit of Mario to see. I seen the first 2 levels of Mario. This Mario looks amazing, yo. It's like it's playing a 2D platform cartoon, you know.
Oh shit! We should look at a preview. What is this one called?
Mario Wonder.
All right, Mario Wonder. I'll bring it up in a second. Give us more preview.
And so those are the 2 games he has me playing, and then I'm trying to put some more time into my Zelda, and then I'm trying to the other role playing game that I have. It was ironic that you started off with the Dungeons and Dragons because he does that. He's the club isn't until for another month or so.
But he likes the D&D stuff.
Yeah, he has a D&D club, and we have a starter kit for the 5th generation, and then I have Baldur's Gate, which is the 2nd generation Dungeons and Dragons, like the actual video game.
All right, so Volo, I just had a very deep thought.
Okay.
Have you made it clear to your son so he's not bothered when it happens? Your son is a blurred.
He's a what?
A black nerd. A blur. Me and you are blur. Yeah, we're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did what we did, but Volo, we have women problems for a reason. You get what I'm saying? Okay? I don't care how good we look, how cool we are. I know you think you're the shit. I know I'm Black Jesus. How many marriages did Black Jesus have, and how many hot bitches did Jesus have in the Bible? That's all I'm saying. He ended up with Mary Magdalene, a prostitute. Okay? And had a daughter he doesn't recognize. That's Jesus.
Allegedly.
Okay?
Allegedly.
No, fuck allegedly. That's what happened, nigga. Sarah, shout out to Sarah. Jesus' abandoned daughter because he fucked the hoe and was too ashamed to admit it. But he did let the hoe be the 13th disciple and let her be the only woman to ever preach back in the day. The only woman actually allowed to preach in the church was Mary Magdalene.
No.
Yeah, well, Jesus, he was on some shit. Niggas, I think he had a coke problem.
Yeah, but that was how it was supposed to have been, So.
Anyway, the point is, please let your boy know, hey, kids are gonna fuck with you. The girls won't like this shit. Because what's gonna happen is, if he's very secure in it, he's gonna meet a pretty girl, possibly his wife. Hey, do you like D&D? Oh, shit. No, boom. No, boom. This is not the explosion we need, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He won't know it. And then, you know what he's going to do? When he gets older, he's going to be like, why didn't my dad tell me he was raising me to be a fucking blurred? Yeah, I make $120,000 a year. But my wife treats me like shit and bitches ain't shit with them. Niggas act funny. You get what I'm saying? And then instead of being mad at them, you know who's going to be mad at?
No.
I'm just telling you, one day, just sit down like, son, I got to warn you about something that's going to happen to you in like high school and stuff like that. Especially you getting to be in a band. He probably going to be in a band. Oh, this one time at band camp. Oh, shit, boom. Jesus Christ. It's getting worse, boom. Do you know how to calculate a 4-leg algorithm? Jesus Christ, boom. Can you please just smoke, crack, and twerk? That's what they want. So you don't have to stop him. Please keep teaching him. But just while you're teaching him this stuff, say in the middle of it, like while you're teaching him code or something, or while you're doing it, not separately, because he won't care about it separately. While you're actually teaching him something that's blurdish, black nerdish, conservative-ish, You know what I mean? Stop in the middle of it and be like, you know what? I want to tell you something while I'm teaching you this. Hey, people are going to tease you about this. They're going to make you feel like you're wasting your time. It's not worth your effort. And those people are going to be poor one day. You're going to be rich. You get what I'm saying? You don't think it'll have an effect. But one day, he'll be 20, 21, 18, and then he'll find the motherfuckers you talked about and be like, oh, shit. I thought my dad was just talking shit, right? Like, real stuff. Dude, this happened to me when I got to college. I used to think my parents didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. And then I got to college. And I met these motherfuckers. And these are other college students. I wasn't even in the ghetto. Fuck, once I got to the ghetto and started meeting ghetto niggas, it was even more validation for my parents' paranoia. They were ignorant, but shit that they told me that I thought you're just being an old fucking fogey. I was like, oh, this motherfucker right here is what they was talking about. You know what I mean? So you want to drop those seeds on your kid. So even though it may not affect him at the time, years later, he's going to meet motherfuckers. This is like, yo, Pops was on some shit. So let him know he's a black nerd. Do not let him walk around thinking he's Rick Ross. You get what I'm saying?
He's on some teacher stuff. He's aware. He came up with
Does he know that 80% of human beings from 8 to 800 don't like him?
He came up with a main character syndrome.
Oh, I call it a star syndrome. Please tell me about main character syndrome. Put that on the screen. We need to hear Boom Theology 101. Give it to me, Bolo.
So, like I was saying, my same name, Charles. So he's going through the Charlie Brown thing too. And so he went and got the first Charlie Brown. And I told you the first Charlie Brown episode is Charlie Brown walking down the street. There's a boy and a little girl on the step. And the boy goes, here comes good old Charlie Brown. Good old Charlie Brown. Yeah, good old. As soon as he walked past him and was far enough away, the kid goes, I surely do hate him.
Yes! Yes, nigga. Real shit, my nigga. So he gets it. Oh, heck, yo, these niggas be hating, bro. So talk to him about that. Make sure he understands how brilliant he is with that assessment, bro.
He brought it to me, so that lets me know right there. But he's a very unique kid, and every teacher and person in the community says the same thing to me. Like, you know what I mean? Your son is amazing, yada yada. They're doing
black girls don't like him, right?
Well, his elementary school, he started off with being the only black kid in kindergarten. By 5th grade, they brought in more, blacks into the school. So now he's in the middle school, so he's a good percentage now. He had his Cub Scout friends. He has his band friends from the elementary school. He has the different clubs that he was in. So he's a very popular kid. I mean, he knows what's going on, and he knows his size and weight, and he can pretty beat up like 5 of them at a time. But he's on his righteous tip. So he's walking the path. He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job.
Okay, well, make sure he is aware.
But it's dealing with the mommy, wanting to beat up all the kids that that's going to pick with him because he's Charlie Brown. You know what I mean? He's the coolest kid on the school, and everybody wants to be Charlie Brown, but fronting like Charlie Brown is the worst kid in the school. Yeah, the hate is real.
Yep. I'm cutting because the one thing that people didn't notice about Charlie Brown, yeah, he wasn't the most boisterous, most flamboyant, or most this, but you notice Charlie Brown knew everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They could be the gangster or Peppermint Patty, the lesbian, You know what I'm saying? They could be dirty ass Pigpen, the one black guy in the whole town that Negro that never talked. I ain't never heard him talk. And whatnot. I don't know his name. Franklin. Benjamin Franklin. He's all about the Benjamins, baby. Him, Linus, a piano nigga that was classy, who had classes. I think he was Asian white, and his parents beat him. That's why he's so good at piano. This and Lucy. Lucy's all on his dick. He's like, Lucy, if you don't get the fuck out of here, bitch. Can't stand you stank assholes. Lucy's a stank asshole. I just want to say that out loud. And that was not alleged. That psychology book told me all I need to fucking know. Mind fucking bitch. Anyway, Devil in the blue dress. You notice she had a blue dress on. Devil in the blue dress. Motherfucker. But yo, that shit is that. But everybody knew everybody. You know what I mean? And that's how you know a motherfucker is like. And I'm telling you, motherfuckers don't like that. Like I had that problem here in LA. So, for example, one of my talents is I can hang with a meth head and a billionaire in the same night, and both of them will leave thinking I'm their best friend. Charlie Brown is like that. And I had a couple homeboys one of these homeboys I had to stop hanging with. He was actually one of the niggas on the picture of that podcast. And I had to stop hanging with him because I came to find out that behind my back he was bad mouthing me. And it was because no matter how many people we met of any other race, when he was used to being the only minority per se, I call it the only nigga in a room complex. But everybody else would like me. Where's Carl? What's up with Carl? Yo, Carl's cool. Carl this, Carl that, Carl this. When I'm not around. So the motherfucker's sitting back building up animosity, not against you because of anything you've done or did to them, but because other people seem to like you more than they like them, and they've been around longer. You are now the enemy.
Yep.
And that is Charlie Brown to the core. Ergo, my skin is also brown. And my name is Carl, which is Little Charles.
So you went through it too, huh?
But I am technically Charlie Brown. Black Jesus. So shout out to Charlie Brown, the real Black Jesus. I'm replacing Jesus and God with Charlie Brown in my Bible. Fuck y'all. I don't know how to do it. Charlie Brown know what he's talking about. Where's Mel Blanc at? I don't know who wrote that shit. Whoever the nigga wrote that, Mike Schwartz, whatever that nigga
Charles Schwartz.
Charles Schwartz, old Nazi ass nigga. Best cartoon ever. German ass Nazi motherfucker. He probably was a J bro. He just probably changed his name to Schwartz so he could escape. He's probably from Palestine. Shout out to everybody. By the way, we need to end that war. I don't care what side you're on. Both sides are out of control. It's been 100 years. It is time to stop. Make an agreement. They got these dudes quartered into one spot. They're just like bombing out shit, blowing up 500 people in a hospital. And then my J-Bros are like, yeah, Hamas, we bought them because Hamas likes them. It's like, nigga, but it was still like, they said 53% of the people that got blown up in the 500 thing were all women and children. Were they Hamas? And on the opposite side, on Ireland, going into a fucking music festival and going door to door, wilding out on niggas. They said they going in, hitting cribs, hitting kid. Like both sides, they're like Crips and Bloods. Well, you killed my cousin. Well, you killed my uncle. So I gotta kill your son. Like, dude, when does it stop? Like, each act creates a new act, which is the perpetual eternity of conflict. It is the cycle, like in the hood. It is the cycle. The Crips killed my boy. I gotta kill them. In Philly, they shot the homie, so I gotta go to the birthday party and put 150 shots down. I don't care who I hit. Bang bang anywhere. It's the cycle. And the sad part is, their only rationale for doing what they do is the revenge for some old shit. If they simply just said, yo, let's just stop the revenge shit. I would say 60% of shootings worldwide and wars would end. Also, to truly stop wars, we need to kill and eat all the rich. But that's a whole nother conversation I'll have once I'm president. First 100 days, we will cage and barbecue the rich and split up the money, okay? Tony 2024. Allegedly. Allegedly. First 100 days, I will do everything you ever asked. Side note, I will also drone strike any baby mamas with too many baby daddies. Just to get that clear. Shout out to freedom. What's the shirt say, Olo? Positive mind state. It's back. A positive state.
Oh, okay.
Positive state. Yeah. You know, I'm like.
And your thoughts on Hakeem Jeffries?
Who the hell is that? And should I drone strike him in the first 100 days? That's my question.
He's the new House rep or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Drone strike first 100 days. First 100 days. 2024, call Anthony for president. If you vote for me, I will drone strike some nigga named Hakeem Olajuwon who's doing the house system shit. First 100 days. Anybody that's a Republican or a House Speaker named Hakeem can't be trusted. He's virtuous. His name might will be Barack. You get what I'm saying? Barack, whatever the fuck, right? They're all Barack at the end of the day. I bet you white people say that. They'll be like, hey, you know that black guy that lives next to you? Who, Barack? It's like, no, his name is Carl. Look, hey, they're all Barack at the end of the day. Like, what the fuck was that, right? And this is my mom saying this kind of shit. It's ridiculous. God bless America. All right, I'm cloudy and I'm cutting up. We also got a noodle of the week. The Walmart is racist lady.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about. Did you have any particular noodle stories, or do you want to check out this Walmart is racist lady thing?
Yeah, we could check her out. I'll start talking about killings and murderers and everything, but.
Have you seen this yet?
No. This is completely, you know what I mean? And I only heard about Hakeem just before I came on. That's why I was sitting, listening to what's his name? Royce White again and shit.
You said Royce
White.
What the fuck is that? A basketball player, nigga?
Yeah, the ex-basketball player. He's running for Senate. He gonna run for president after Trump.
Oh, word? Okay, so first 100 days, I'm going to be drone striking Royce White's location. So you want that taken care of? Vote for me, Carl 2024. I don't know where he at, but we'll find him.
And I'm still running for mayor of Philadelphia.
Also, Carl 2024, just to stop Volo from being mayor of Philadelphia, I will drone strike my own family. First 100 days. But first, I'm gonna get them blocked across all meta platforms.
They're gonna do that naturally.
No, you don't think I'm involved, nigga? I'm on the FBI watch list. I can call in some shit. Like, nigga, I got a friend over here. I just tell them, hey, this is family. They're like, oh, we got to block that nigga too. You know him? Yep, I know that guy right there. Like, the worst thing I can tell the government is that I know you. Like, I know him. They're like, oh yeah, you know him? Shit, we've been on this ass for 3 months. We've been waiting for a good reason. So once again, Tony 2024, drone strike Volo. First 100 days, but not with a missile, but with a jubilee. Let his taxes go or so. But the rich people, we eating them motherfuckers. First 100 days. We got to split up that money. They got all the goddamn money. I'm not playing that shit. I got an attitude about rich people. All right, let's check out the New York Post video on the Walmart is a racist lady. Let me get this up here. Fair use. Fair use. Here we go. Bam. Woman accuses woman of being racist. Make sure to click the video. Oh, get that feedback. Turn the volume down. You got that feedback bullshit. Uh-oh, I done clicked on some shit that don't act right. Hold on. This, let's see. No. Oh, cancel. There you go. Save. Hit this. There we go. There's the text. Bring up the video. Commercial. Surf Global Residential. What if you could make your own water? I wouldn't have to pay bills. Get off my screen. Oh, wait, stop. I gotta get. Oh, wait, pause. Number one, we're gonna run it back, and I'm gonna get my logo off the screen. I'm gonna make this big so we can see it better. And then run it.
You're not supposed to be recording.
Yes, ma'am.
Now I gotta run this back. Now, Volo, did you notice when they were first in combat by the stand, right? I want you to take a good look at this picture. Where's it at? Do you see her face as he's wrestling her on the screen right now? Oh, you ain't got nothing to say, nigga? Oh, you must have went to the bathroom. So look at this lady's...
No, I was still muted.
Do you see her face on the screen right now?
Yeah.
Does it look like she's paying attention to the cop?
No, he all up on that ass too.
Now, what is she about to do after I hit play?
I'll say roll my creases. I think I heard it say.
No, you see that stand next to her? To make a big deal, she's focused on grabbing that and intentionally throwing it down. Watch.
Throwing it. Oh,
take
okay.
it back a couple of seconds while they're fighting, and pay attention to what I just pointed out, and tell me if you don't see in this video her not focusing on him, but making a point to knock this stand over to make a big deal.
You're not supposed to be recording.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you see what I saw?
Yeah.
Because I know she wasn't damn sure grabbing on that like it was going to stop her from falling.
No. It was to throw it down and be like, oh, he threw me
like he threw me into that stand. That was going to be her story. He threw her into that. So this is a whole performance, my nigga. Let it keep playing. This is noodle shit. They even froze it right there because they know that shit too. And everybody on their ass. Tranquility darts. All right, so that's that lady. So basically, she was up in there. She was in one of those little small carts. And the reason the guy approached her is because they said she was stealing. And basically, she was tucking shit under the cart and under her body. While she was rolling around, he confronted her. And then that's when you saw the video start. And then they got into everything they got to. And basically, she's saying Walmart is racist because he accused her for stealing when she wasn't, when she was. As Walmart has never approached anybody for not stealing when they're not stealing. They have you on video. If Walmart walks up to you and says, "Hey, ma'am, chill, bitch, we have you on video doing this." Business companies don't just come up and approach people that they don't have you on video violating the law. They just don't. Now, if you got a bag that's like, because you know how now you have your own personal grocery bags to be green? You have a bag you're putting it in, and then they do it, you can have an argument. But if you're like tucking shit up under your shirt, and yeah, so I think that's some Noodle shit how she acted. But on the same hand, I think the world is going to a point where people will steal before getting a basic $15 an hour job.
Yeah.
Like so Volo, you know what I don't understand about criminals? And let me see what your thoughts is. If you know criminal people, right? They do a lot of stealing and scams and crime, but they may go to jail. They don't have a job. But in between their stealing, scams, and crime, there's down times, right? This is why they usually live with people. Because they don't really have the ability to pay rent every month because you never know when shit's. So if you average out the amount of money that the average great thief or good thief or scammer makes versus jail time, down work time, and down hustle time, would you say that in the end, they probably make less than somebody that has a regular job at CVS or McDonald's?
Yeah. Yeah. It's these gig apps that I've been doing. They're all, they were $12 an hour jobs, but now they're more. Now they're trying to pay everybody $20 an hour. So you can make about 45,000 a year or whatever. So that's the potential that they could make, but they just can't. It's hard for them to do 40 hours a week for 52 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you're dealing with, and that's what they wanted you to hire at, when I was managing those jobs, they want you to hire them at $7 an hour. That's the hustle. That's the Ponzi scheme. So, and it's sad because one of my, I hate saying coworkers or cashiers, but it's my friend. Yeah. At my last job, she hit me up yesterday saying that they shutting the store down, the Rite Aid.
Yeah.
So they, it was I wasn't down with the scheme. It was to, get rid of the whole team, shut them down, and then blame them for messing the store up. But I know my P&L was profitable. You know what I mean? But since they got rid of everybody and the store, and now you're trying to get the store to run off of all new people, and the community isn't going to respond well to that. The community used to just come there just for me. Yeah. And so now the numbers go down, and now that's their justification to close the store and file for bankrupt. Same scam, and I'm not in on it, so that's why I'm gig apping.
Right, I'm gig apping. I'm not in on it.
But then gig apping is like they know my background, they know what I can do, and I motivate everybody to work around me. You know what I mean? So it's like we want to bring you on, but we got to bring everybody on. But they know they can't bring these people in because they're not going to do 52 weeks to get a week's vacation and promotion and et cetera, et cetera. They just trying to to the next gig or the next time they get a chance to steal from Walmart. Yeah, it's funny. It's it's sad but funny at the same time. So what I mean, the game plan is still to start our own little business and get the hustle on and do it that way. But now you're trying to sell to the people that's stealing from Walmart.
Because basically, social media has messed up people's heads to the point where they see a lot of people, some that are not so talented, some that don't put in much effort as far as quality. They just use their cell phone. Even if they're not famous, like Derek Jackson. and you build an empire, right?
Yeah.
But then when you're doing your thing, people are like, oh, you need a camera, you need a mic, you need edits, you need thumbnails. I'm like, Derek Jackson ain't need shit but being 6'5" and a nigga, right?
Yeah.
So it's a very complex process. And you kind of got to pick and choose what you're going to go for and what you're not going to go for. And usually the stuff you find honorable is not going to work. And the stuff you find dishonorable is going to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. AKA Jada Pinkett week last week.
Yeah, so the kids, they don't want to get a regular job because they see people making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $7,000 a month off of 1,000 subscribers. Like you only need about 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers to make anywhere. Basically, it's $1 a subscriber. So, and if you're a shitty producer, it's 25 cents a subscriber. So if you're like somebody that people really, really like, if you have 10,000 subscribers and every time you go live, there's 2, 3, 4, 5,000 people in your live stream, you probably are getting a clean $10,000 a month from YouTube. If you're a shitty YouTuber or you're not a good producer, but somehow you got all these subscribers, you're probably going to get about $2,000 to $3,000 a month off those 10,000 subscribers just by posting consistently. And kids know this. So when they tell you, hey, you can sit home and put some shit on camera and get the same amount of money as if you just simply had a job at on the gig app or a CVS or a Walmart or some other place. Well, they're like, what the fuck I'm gonna do that for? Let me go make some videos. Or they'll steal because they know for a fact they can make more money doing what they think is sitting at home and talking on their phone. You know what I mean? Like that was BAS's kid's son, the technician. Remember, he said he used back when we first started this show. He said he wanted to be a YouTuber, and he's kind of gotten over that now. But it told me, like, yeah, I bet most of the kids probably was like, why am I going to do this? Where if all I got to do is get online, 1,000 people to follow me. After that, just post consistently content that won't get blocked or taken out the algorithm, and I'll have a $45,000 to $50,000 a year job on YouTube. So that's why they don't want the job you're talking about. That was my hope.
Nope.
Well, that's the game because you see me. I'm right up on here now with my show. What's up there? Now, you know what the sucky part about it is? Do you know, like, how many total people do you think that me and you have in our family if you consider both and all sides and all cousins and stuff?
How many people we in total?
Everybody. I'm talking about the Buddy Boys, the Tooties, the Carrions.
Then we got
the Rooney side. I'm talking everybody. Add them all up. How many total African American human beings that are around? Let's say today. Let's not count anybody that's passed on. Let's say today that are in our overall extended family in all directions. Would you guess?
Man, it's too many to count.
I would say it's got to be anywhere from maybe 200 to 400 people. You think that's fair?
Yeah. I was gonna go lower, but it's higher. Definitely higher.
I would say it's anywhere from 200 to 400 people, easy.
Yeah.
And whatnot. I would say it's 200 just on the side with Nanny and my mom and your mom and on them.
Mm-hmm.
Just alone. I've seen it at the reunion. 200 easy. And that's not even counting the opposite side, your dad's side.
Yeah.
Right? And not count my dad's side.
Yeah.
And not count Uncle Jake's dad's side. And so forth. And so not counting Uncle Tommy's dad's side. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's probably anywhere from 200 to 1,000 people, being real, right? Counting people that's living down south still, right? And All it would take is us as even the immediate family here. There's 200 of us. All we would have to do is we could just all get on YouTube, right? Let's say your mom has a cooking show, your dad has a handyman show, your brother has a music show. I got whatever I do, my cousins and sisters, right? And all we would have to do is follow each other. And anytime we noticed anybody from the family was on YouTube Live, we would go and hit like, we would share. And then over time, once they got a certain amount of views, each one of us will be making $3,000 to $10,000 a month just from that support. Which what we would then do is we would take a portion of our paycheck. Let's say I make $4,000 or $5,000 a month. I'm gonna take $500 this month. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go donate $5 to my nephew's page, $5 to my brother's page, and then we all do that. We end up recirculating our own money back through their system. And because we had this 200-300 people consistent support, they will pay us to pay each other.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
easy to become financially free. But it will require that 200 or 300 people from the same family will like, share, subscribe, all their family shit, no matter what. What do you think is a possibility of that ever happening in life, Polo?
Well, like I was saying, I'm doing everything just on my iPhone right now. I'm putting some cash to the side so that I can get the iPad next. I do still use my old iPhone 7, so I'm using that temporarily too. You see me, do the chat rooms and try to kind of simulate doing that. Hey, hello, sorry for the bothering you. I want to offer some promotion. Somebody's in the chat room, it looks like, on Twitch. But as I saying that, right, I'm looking up. I'm trying to set up my network over here so that I can do that kind of thing. So on my iPhone, they have this thing called iMessage, and I all my cousins on our side, I put us together. They have the iPhone, that way you can have a little chat, and then every day I'll just, like I do with me, you, and Swabby, I just throw a thought out there in the day just to let you know, hey, this is what I'm trying to do this week or whatever, or it's yada yada, or this is what me and Boom did, yada yada. And that group had 7 people in it. Is down to 3 or 4. Like everybody left. From just a chat from me just saying me and Boom read the Peanuts together kind of a thing. Yeah, I don't get aggressive. I'll just say love is true, hate is false. And then there's a debate, like no hate got to be true too. And it's like, why are we turning this into a debate? So that's the issue, because they're in on it. Like I've come to accept that they're in on it. So.
They're all in on it, bro. Everybody's in on it.
Like I hear you on BGS, but BGS said something very, very intriguing. Like 2 weeks ago, I heard him say, he said they rather rule over hell than serve in heaven. So if
David Carroll quality logic.
Yeah, if you mention the Bible or even the Constitution, since it ain't come from them, it's a war. So how I supposed to know, as the great Uncle Jake used to say, and Uncle Jimmy too. Uncle Jimmy used to say it all more than Uncle Jake, really. But they was 2 great men, and all that we learned from baseball is from them. Uncle Jimmy putting the on the writing the statistics and drawing on that little the notepad on keeping score in the game. We used to look over his shoulder and try to figure out, okay, that was a single, that was an error, kind of a thing. And Uncle Jake playing third base and hitting it into the swimming pool. So some of our fondest memories and understanding of statistics coming from watching grown men play softball.
Yep.
So how I supposed to know?
From the good old days.
So yeah, I come on here, I have fun, man. It's fun, you know. And I'm seeing other people on the YouTube, and I keep, you know, I do want to do, you know, I couldn't just throw something quick together. I do want to get my music, playing my music more on my phone, because I do like that last one that I did, where I did a nice little mix with original kind of music, even though it got you know, copyrighted in foreign countries for some reason.
Well, it's because they don't have the rights to YouTube or whatever research.
Yeah, so I know.
That's all that means. It just means they don't have a deal with YouTube.
Yeah. So, oh well.
And plus, like countries like the Middle East, you're not allowed to curse or drink or have certain types of entertainment there. So you're not allowed to like play rap music in like Dubai, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, no, like if they have some of those princes that invite like people there, but like Beyonce and them, in theory, if they didn't have a prince invite them, they would go to jail if they came and performed. That kind of shit.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like on that Luke shit. Like if you perform here, we'll arrest you for indecent shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? So them niggas, like, that's why you all, if you look at the list, it's usually those type of countries that are very strict and like big, like well-known moral shit.
Yeah.
It's because it's either a political competitor or one of those moral countries. And it's not because of your shit. It's just because they don't have an agreement, because they're like, no, we don't fuck with you niggas, or you niggas won't pay us enough so that you play it here, so fuck you. Just like China. China has their own internet. People in China have no access to like normal internet. That's why they make TikTok and all that shit. So every country probably has that option. By the way, I'm eating what's called a costillas rancheras.
We about to do our Spanish stuff.
No, costillas rancheras, which is this cut up steak that they give you, and they give you these taco things, and you put some onions, and they give you some beans, and some green guacamole looking shit. And you basically make your own tacos, or you can eat kind of straight up piece by piece. I'm eating this cold right now, but the shit and banging, bazanging. But that's costillas rancheras. Matter of fact, the color of this food matches our logo. What's it say? It's even kind of wrapped like it in the round thing. Very cool. Yeah. I bet that. So, final words on the Walmart is racist lady situation.
Hilarious. You know, they're probably going to bring back, you know, George Floyd or something for it, and you know, then call us, you know, anti-racist for bringing that up. You know,
right? Now, question, Bolo. You said you had an issue at the store one time where they were like trying to check your ID so you could buy something, and you're like, "This is some bullshit." Is that correct?
No, they wanted them to check my ID. They, you know, the price discrepancy argument debate or whatever.
Oh, it should be this, but not that.
Yeah. So it was, you know, Emerald's. Yeah, and I actually went back the next day. Like I went, that story was funny.
Back the next day.
Yeah. Because then I went back, and then the sign was still up that they were on sale. You know what I mean? Because I wanted the cashews, and it was everything except for the cashews. Not the cashews. I wanted the glazed walnuts. So it's everything except for the walnuts, the glazed walnuts, the glazed cashews. You know, the one of the most popular ones, the 3 popular flavors. The other 7 or 8 flavors was the regular peanuts was on sale.
Yeah.
So, but they had them all piled into the same pile. So I go back the next day and I go to where the pile was at, and I see the same thing sitting there, because I even told the dude that they were on sale there. That's why I just let it go for the day, and I said I'm just gonna leave and I ain't gonna pay for shit.
Yeah.
So I come back and they there again. So I picked them up again and I took them up front there. And I told the girl, I said, yeah, they're over there on sale or whatever. So now she goes all the way over there and sees them over there on sale, that they, in a dump bin.
Yeah.
And comes back and now she wants to, try to debate me and like, no, but you know what I'm saying? I told the boy yesterday. Now I'm giving her a nice lecture
I
on the
told the
bull.
boy yesterday, and it's you.
I'm talking about the manager because she knows they don't want her to mark them down. Like they don't want the regular cashiers to mark them down. They want. So now I'm giving her a lecture on good customer service.
Yeah.
And she, you know what I mean? And it's like she's supposed to call the boss, but now she might get in trouble because she got to give it to me because she's seen it, for the markdown and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just funny how they doing these things these days, Like I got in trouble at one of my semi-permanent job. Because they it's if you're 5 minutes late, you're getting written up. And
Oh yeah,
like,
that 5 minute bullshit. 5 minutes. If you got here 6 minutes, you late. Like, dog, really?
So you know me, I'm an asshole. I start coming 5 minutes early every day and looking at them like, can I clock in?
Right? Can I get paid for the extra 5 minutes? They're like, no. Oh, so you want to trip if I'm 5 minutes late, but you don't want to pay me more if I'm 5 minutes early? Pieces of shit, bro. They're pieces of shit, bro. Pieces of shit. And I don't believe Americans take this fucking shit.
It's not them now. It's the private sector. The private sector is now on these jobs. It's the boy that's sitting back there. He got a different colored thing on. He doesn't say nothing to nobody because
It's always
he's
been
the
a
one in
private
charge.
It's always been a private sector.
He's the one in charge. Like before, it used to be like, "Where's human resources at?" Now you ask human resources, they don't know who you talking about. Human resource.
Human resource. They're like, "What's a human?" Fuck resources. They don't even ask what human resources is. They're like, "What's a human?"
And that's exactly what happened when we switched from evil Trump to fascist Biden. At least they was talking. At least the human resources was talking to me now because they had a little power under Trump. So it was like, well, he's not being nice to you, talking about his co-worker, his co-person. So, but then as soon as it switched, it was like, listen, it sounds like you're not doing a good. Oh, now you're switching back now, huh?
Yeah, always switch up when trouble is afoot.
Charles, you're sounding like you're not in on it.
I had a homie tell me, you better get out of this department, this sales department, because Carl, in 2-3 months, they're gonna let you know you are not in on it. And I was like, oh, word? Okay, let me go back over here. And he's like, well, by the way, since you're switching departments, you got to go back to the shittier salary that's kept. I was like, but I was making this much. How come I can't just switch departments and keep what I already made?
Yeah.
I've been here 10, 15 years. But don't worry. That Glassdoor report I filled out.
"30-day suspension, gang signs."
Fuck it. If I'm doing gang signs against spell, I'm smoking some weed on camera too. Is this tobacco? Anyway. Fuck that shit.
No. So noodle of the week, that was funny.
Yeah.
Especially throwing down the sign. The dramatic effect.
I mean, yo, dog. The nerve. She's in her cut though. She literally spite what to do. She just looked at the sign like, you know what? I'm gonna grab this shit and throw it down so this nigga. How are you in the middle of a fight? A scrap. Being accused of stealing. And you get the clarity of thought to say, you know what? Let me grab this sign so I can say he smacked me up against this sign. When you literally was like, get off me, nigga. Like, it's almost like she was going for the sign the minute shit jumped off. Like, that was her plan from jump. Like, if this nigga come over here, I'm gonna go back there and grab that sign and throw it down while he trying to arrest me. Like, that was the whole plan. And she was focused on that shit.
Yeah.
Walmart is racist. Walmart is not racist. That's all I know. They're just a destroyer of the average American.
Yeah.
By the way, fuck Walmart. It's ruining America. It eats up all the small mom and pop stores. So they would move into small towns like Hampton, where I was at. And there used to be an area with all these small, individually owned stores, right?
Yeah.
Well, Walmart got built like right in this big complex, but all around it were the small stores. Well, when I first got there, all the stores used to be filled. But I was down there for 7 years, like any black college student. And over time, I watched the stores never be able to stay open. Then eventually, 90% of the stores closed, and all the little small business buildings around Walmart were all closed, and there was only like 1 or 2 stores. They kept at it. And then guess where all the people that was at those stores, guess where they worked at that point in time, Rolo?
At the Walmart.
At the fucking Walmart. So yeah, Walmart is the devil. What was that? I think
they tried recruiting me once. That was
Go
funny.
ahead.
They tried recruiting me once, you know.
Yeah, that's just a fucking trap, my nigga. Walmart is the biggest scam. Do you know that like the wall, whatever they call family, has like more wealth than like 90% of America, like 40% of America? The Walton family. Let me see. Let me see what it says. Who is America's richest family? The Walmart family, the Walton family. And these are the guys that also made I don't know if it was Eckert's or one of the things, and they split it into Walmart. Let me see.
No, it wasn't Eckert.
No, what's it? Walgreens.
Walgreens.
So let's see if they now I doubt that CNBC is going to give the actual factual stats, but I think this is a good video to talk about since you mentioned Walmart. These are the motherfuckers that own it, that pay their employees minimum wage, where their employees have to be on welfare because of them. Remember that. That's who these guys are. These guys are corporate welfare. Their employees are on welfare. These motherfuckers right here. Shout out to CNBC. Let me give you your fair use because you niggas be acting like bitches for a moment. Fair use. Fair use. CNBC. And I'm going to put the video title up there too. Who's America's richest family? Bolo, before this, did you think they were the richest family, the guys that own Walmart?
Nah, I you know, I can imagine though. And wasn't Hillary Hill Dog on the CEO on the board or something?
Yeah, she was when she was younger. She did a whole bunch of shit. She's from a rich family that did a bunch of shit. And Bill Clinton was a broke nigga that hung onto a titty. That's a whole nother story. Let's run this and let's learn about America's richest family, the Waltons, the owners of Walmart.
From the outside, they look like your average family, but they're actually the richest clan in America. They're collectively worth about $160 billion. That's because they founded the world's largest company by revenue. You may have heard of it, Walmart. In less than 60 years, the company has grown from one store to well over 11,000 locations. Brothers Sam and Bud Walton started the empire. After serving in World War II, Sam and Bud both began franchising Ben Franklin variety stores in Missouri and Arkansas. The 5 and Dime stores were so successful that Sam decided to start his own chain. Along with brother Bud, Sam opened the first Walmart in 1962. The company grew rapidly. With Sam as chairman and CEO and Bud as senior VP, Walmart went public in 1970 and had 190 stores by 1977.
Wow.
By 1990, Walmart would surpass Sears to become America's largest retailer. Sam would earn the Medal of Freedom before he passed away in 1992. His brother Bud passed in 95. But the Walmart legacy didn't end with the Walton men. Their family took over operations and inherited billions. Even though most Waltons are busy running the Walmart empire, the company isn't the only venture they dedicate their time to. Before Sam even opened the first Walmart, he founded Arvest Bank, which his son Jim now runs. The bank's total assets are over $18 billion.
Them niggas on banks.
Then there's Sam's daughter Alice. She's the richest woman in the world and spends her time curating art. Her art collection is worth about $500 million and is housed in her Arkansas museum, including work by artists like Norman Rockwell, Andy Warhol, and Georgia O'Keeffe. Alice's brother John had an adventurous spirit. He dropped out of college during the Vietnam War to serve as an Army Green Beret and was awarded the Silver Star for bravery in combat. And after, he founded a sailboat manufacturer, a venture capital firm, and a children's scholarship fund. Before dying in a plane accident in 2005, John's scholarship helped fund more than 67,000 children's tuition and still provides tuition to needy families today. Samuel Robson Walton, known as Rob, was chairman of Walmart. He now sits on the board of Conservation International. In 2016, the nonprofit granted more than $111 million to programs that protect the environment and promote conservation. The Waltons' cousins, the Cronkies and Lauries, took a more active approach to their careers. Literally. They're in the sports.
Bolo.
Yeah.
Did you know that Walmart is one of the biggest ecological violators?
Pathological?
Echo.
Oh. Yeah, I can imagine.
So I saw that documentary about Walmart, and it showed how they used to keep soil and stuff like that in the parking lot. Now, if you remember back in the day when Walmart's first showed up, do you remember that they used to have a bunch of shit in the parking lot?
Yeah.
That was like material?
Mulch and everything.
Yes, that was illegal.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was it would rain on the mulch and all those bags, and that stuff used to run off into the water system of the local area and poison the water.
Yeah.
So you may notice if you go to a Walmart now, that stuff isn't outside, or if it is outside, they built like a tent over it.
Yeah.
But back in the day, that shit used to be in a parking lot like a car.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Walmart did. And did they ever get sued or go to jail or prosecuted? No.
Somebody got paid.
Yeah, shout out to people that's watching, like, share, subscribe, fuck Walmart. Let's keep it going.
sports industry. Stan Kroenke, who married Bud's daughter Ann Walton, a registered nurse, owns 5 professional sports teams: the Denver Nuggets, the Los Angeles Rams, the Colorado Avalanche, the Colorado Mammoth, and the Colorado Rapids. He's also recently struck a controversial deal to become controlling.
Fuller. Did you hear what they just said?
Yeah, but I wonder if Sam Hinkie's part of the family.
Well, how rich do you have to be to own not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, Volo, but 5 professional teams, while you tell people that you can't pay them more at your company? How rich do you have to be to do that?
Part of that family right there. Billions.
I'm gonna tell you guys something. I've never wanted to cut a person up and eat them more than now. That's not racism. I'm just being honest. Fuck is that? 5 teams? Bolo, each team costs like $2-3 billion. Anyway, that's all right. By the way, Carl Anthony 2020 for president, first 100 days. I will jail and barbecue anybody that makes more than $100 million a year. Only 2024 for president. You know you agree. Let's hear what other bullshit these fucknuts are doing.
Owner of Arsenal.
This is some noodle fucking shit. By the way.
FC, a European soccer team. His son Josh is president of 2 of those teams, the Nuggets and Avalanche. Josh is also alternate governor of the Rapids. Bill Laurie, who married Ann's sister Nancy, was also in sports for a time. Bill was a basketball player at Memphis State University and played in the 1973 NCAA tournament. He and Nancy bought the NHL St. Louis Blues in 1999 for $100 million and sold the team in 2005. Nancy also had a passion for dance. She founded the Cedar Lake Contemporary Ballet in New York and provided millions in funds more than a decade before closing the troupe in 2015. But even with all these other ventures, the Waltons also dedicate a lot of focus to the family business, with a handful of family members holding numerous positions with the company. In 2018, Walmart generated more than $500 billion in revenue. And with the company also continuing to invest in the future with initiatives like blockchain-powered delivery truck fleets, in-store drone assistants, and wearable tracking devices for employees, the retail chain isn't going anywhere. So yeah, when you hear the name Waltons, you think Walmart. But with this giant family also dedicating their time and their passions, now it's just a game of wait and see
Hold the
for what
fuck
the
up.
Waltons.
They were doing good until I heard wearable tracking devices for employees. Boys, people.
That's to make sure they working, yo.
Even though they got drone assistants. All right.
That's funny.
You know what bothers me about it?
She said it so calmly too. Like that's some normal shit.
They treat human beings like we're robots. But hey, I need you working nonstop the entire 8 hours, every second. And if you're not, you're a bad employee. And then they give you an efficiency score. We're getting 100 isn't good enough. They want you to have 120 to 120. So I said, whoa. You not only want me to do the 100% of the job that you'll only pay me for, you want me to cover 20 to 50% of another person's full salary every month. So you don't have to hire someone else and still not give me that 20, 30% as a raise, but give me 2% and keep the other 18. This is corporate America. If you guys don't know, Tony 2020 for president. First 100 days, we're eating these motherfuckers, especially this bitch in the middle with the flower dress on. Motherfucking tasty bitch. We're gonna eat these fucking pieces of shit.
Let's do next.
Motherfucker. Shout out to CNBC for giving me somebody to choose to fucking eat. Motherfuckers. I'm angry now. I'm about to go fight a white man. Lucky for you, there ain't enough white people around here, white people. Actually, this area getting gentrified. There's like 3 white guys in here. I found one. They be walking their girlfriend's dogs, bitch ass niggas. All right, so shout out to Walmart and them fucking everybody else over. Matter of fact, Walton Family Wealth compared to Americans. So Bolo.
Yeah.
There are 6 Waltons, right?
Okay.
6 people. There are 350 Americans. 50 million Americans, right?
Mm-hmm.
What percentage of that 350 million do you think those 6 people have more money than?
99%.
Close, but not accurate. Do you have Here's the news report. It says 6 Waltons have more wealth than the bottom 30% of Americans. So we got 350 million. So 10% of that is 350,000, right? Oh no, 10% of that is 35 million. I don't know. What's the math on that, Volo?
What was the number?
350 million, 10%.
Oh yeah,
35. Or 30%.
Huh?
Or 30%. I was just gonna break it down in 10 and then multiply it by 3.
Yeah, same thing.
What's 10% of 350 million? Is it 35 million or
Yeah,
3.5?
or so 90 million or whatever.
90 million. So it's 30. So 90 million people versus 6 have the same amount of money. And you want to tell me these motherfuckers ain't robbing us? Blind when they pay their employees minimum wage on welfare. Now, I know it sounds crazy when I say kill and eat them, but are you ready?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. 0.3% of U.S. wealth was viewed in the world's largest. Blah, 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 blah. All right, JD. Man, I'm telling you. And then there's only a few guys, like Mr. Goldberg himself has more wealth than 25% of Americans. He's not even part of their fucking family. So, Bolo, if those 6 people have 30% and he has 25%, that means out of 7 people, 50% of American wealth is in their pockets. 50 cents out of every dollar goes to them. 7 niggas. But yet you can't convince anybody that the rich people are fucking us. You know what? I'm starting to get angry, Rolo.
I know.
I'm done with the stories. Because I'm gonna go outside and smack a white man if I read more of this shit. A black man too. Any corporate American piece of shit that's out there robbing people and thinking you're the fucking shit because you're taking advantage of a hardworking average person and you're underpaying them while overpaying yourself, stagnating wages since the 70s. You pieces of shit. While houses prices have gone up 10 times. A house used to be $45,000 back in the day. Now it's $450,000. And I do not make 10 times as much as my parents made doing the same kind of job. Somebody's getting fucked. Remember that, Americans. But let's get the fuck out of here before I start a goddamn revolution. I'm so fucking angry.
Yeah, I'm done. I got to go to sleep so I can go to work.
These motherfuckers. Final
In
word.
3 hours. Yeah, I'm Rolo out. I'm 30 minutes, 3 hours to go back to, get some couple dollars to, then I'll make some videos and, check me out, Volo Thampum Tautology on Volo television, Volo Tautology on tweet. I've been tweeting. I'm gonna start tweeting some more. Even if I eating spaghetti for dinner, I tweeted that today.
As you should.
Until next time, peace.
Great. And thanks to anybody that is or was watching or will see this in the replay. Hit like if you're coming through right now, or hit like if you're watching later. Hit dislike. Make a terrible comment. Tell us how stupid we are. Tell me how ugly I am. I don't care. Interact. Who cares? We're trying to stretch brains here. And I'm so upset. I normally am very positive, but I am very angry because once you know the mathematics, it's easy to want to chew the bones of rich people. That's all. They make a nice soup. Anyway, this is Noodle Free Mondays. This is one of our shows we do on, what is this, our Monday show? On Wednesday, we have the My Part of Town podcast, which is all about Philadelphia, city life, wine, fun, crime, and everything else that goes on. You can also tell us about your city and the kind of things that go on, your favorite food places. What's going on with your sports teams? We're not just Philly assholes. We love everybody's city, from small town to big city. Check out the My Part of Town podcast on Wednesday. On Saturday, we have the Volo and Butthead Techapalooza, which is all about technology, AI, and all our paranoias and scares. We also have another logo called Lord Volo and Sir Butthead. If you have not guessed, I am the Butthead. But we'll deal with that. And then, of course, we got this show again on Mondays, Noodle Free Mondays. Thanks anybody that did watch. Hit like it, whatever site you're on. Share, subscribe. Send it to someone that you can't stand. Say like, why you send me this shitty ass show? It's like, because I love you. Boom. And then send it to them every week. Right? And then they're going to be like, oh, I love that show. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I always finish my shows with a positive moment, even though I am extremely depressed. It may start a coup on the White House after this. Guys, love is good. Life is so much better. But you better go out there in this world and do something that's going to make you last forever. Because I'm going to tell you, 20 years after I'm gone, you're gone, nobody will remember. And that's Noodle Free Mondays. You fight until the sky falls. Poppy Carter, Bad Boy, Bola Tautaji. Shout out to Mr. BAS. Hashtag, as Mr. BS would say, some bees ain't S and men are bees too. We out of here. Noodle Free Mondays. Shout out to the gods. Thanks everybody for watching now and in replays. Bless your life. I wish you the best.